Yeah, I'm just chilling with Adam. Ooh, yeah, I'm just chilling with Adam. Oh, okay. Let me explain.
That's it.
Well, there is a whole intro that is going to sort of like work its way into. Anyway, this is the first episode, technically, of the Adam22 Show, which is my new podcast that I'm doing over here on my personal YouTube channel. And the reason, cracking into a Red Bull, LaCroix's gone. The reason why I'm doing this, we actually already did another episode of this, but the video file got fucked up. So the Adam22 Show, we got to move the chat too. Boom, chat's gone. The reason why we're doing this is because basically I love the host chat vibe. I love the host chats. Feels like No Jumper has kind of gotten to the point where it's just taken on a life of its own. The host chats have sort of gone by the wayside, but I really want to just consistently bang out a host chat style podcast and call it the Adam22 Show every single time or every single week and just be really consistent. And like, I definitely want to do ones with Robesman and Hakeem, the old gang. House Phone's not here right now, but you know, that kind of thing. And then I also want to, you know, like if I have an author on or somebody who doesn't fit into the No Jumper landscape, that maybe I think more consistent views would come from the Adam22 Show as opposed to, I think like even when I do the Ryan Holiday interview soon, I feel like it would too easily get sort of stuffed into the category of just an unpopular No Jumper interview, whereas I'd rather have it be that's the weekly Adam22 episode.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's more free form, less pressure, not all about like, hey, let's talk about an artist and music and stay so focused on that, because that's really what the No Jumper brand's become.
No Jumper was started to just be my podcast of whatever the fuck I wanted to do, and it just like pretty quickly took on a life of its own that there's a lot of things I would want to do on here that maybe would not be such a good fit for No Jumper. This is my way of keeping it a little bit more focused.
But having said that, like we can still talk about shit that goes on in that channel, because that's
of course,
my first question is to you is you talked to Bad Baby yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that was dope, man.
My little daughter now.
So do you feel like you were late, early, right on time with the interview? Like,
that's a good question. She is 14, so I definitely don't feel late. I don't know. I mean, she got famous in 2016, right? And also, I'm wearing a grill.
Yeah.
Do you think I should keep it on for the entire time? I have a little bit of a lisp, I'm aware.
It's funny. When you get a grill, you get a lisp.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a way, it makes me feel kind of gangster.
Yeah, this is the real you, though, now.
This is the real me. The real me has a grill.
The comments will decide if this girl is staying or not for the interviews, because they're going to be really vocal if it's really fucking up the quality.
Yeah, they're going to be pissed off about what it's doing to my voice. But I just wanted to keep it in for one full episode just because everybody keeps acting surprised that I like take it out most of the time. I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, I was never planning on wearing it 24/7.
I think rappers get grills because they don't say much.
A lot of rappers
all they do
have
is...
their grill in like all the time, and I'm just not planning on being that kind of person. And also, it hurts a little. It's a little tight on the teeth.
It's like a retainer, huh?
Yeah,
it is. I think that I want to.
You got lettuce in your grill, bro.
I want to get my teeth cleaned. If I get my teeth cleaned, don't you think that like maybe it'll feel a little better?
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't hurt. It just feels a little tight.
Don't get salad on that shit.
You definitely don't want to eat with
the
it.
The Young Thug get all his teeth just replaced with veneers and shit. Like
him and Gucci,
perfect teeth.
Yeah, Gucci's too. No homo. Gucci teeth is nice.
Because I think once you take the grill to the craziest level you can, then all of a sudden you're just like, fuck it, I want perfect white teeth. Bam.
Yeah.
I don't know what they've been doing with their teeth.
Would you get veneers, Rose? I'm trying to get some. No cap.
My teeth are gross.
You guys got fucked up teeth?
Yeah.
Well, it's just like a little too yellow.
I have nice teeth. What are veneers like? Like, do they hurt? Or are they worse in some way?
They just look like...
When you see someone with them, like, yeah, they got big ass... Sorry about
smile and face. And like,
you realize that we are accepting... I just want to throw this out there. We're accepting donations because we are being live streamed right now. So if you confess to any crimes, then...
Damn.
You will be tried in a court of law appropriately.
I saw an amazing Ice Poseidon clip about... He was live streaming. And he filmed this guy. He was like, hey, man, where's the gas lamp district? By the way... You know the Ice Poseidon arm thing?
Yeah.
What arm thing, homie? But he films this guy. He's like, "Where's the gas lamp district?" He's in San Diego. The guy's like, "Down that way." And the guy's like, walks right back like a minute later. "Excuse me, were you filming me?" And he's like, "I was just live streaming." He's like, "You gotta delete that footage." And they couldn't just.
That happens to him all the time. Yeah.
No, it was live.
Yeah. It's very confusing for people to try to wrap their head around that.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. It's weird, but whatever.
Yeah. I'm not going to draw any attention to it unnecessarily, but somebody that I know was recently wrapped up in an Ice Poseidon Uber live scandal of sorts.
I saw that, man. I saw that. And
luckily, it didn't really go anywhere.
It didn't go anywhere, and it almost sounded like she was conflicted. Can I break it down just real quick?
No, please don't. Please do not describe this in any sense.
Adam22 Show.
All right.
I don't want to be responsible for like dragging it up to the surface or anything.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just want to throw this out there: is that Hakeem, who apparently is like restarting your phone, installing new operating software on there right now?
Yeah, my shit been freezing. I got a shitty ass phone repair, and I thought it was that
New
reason why.
new freezer.
You know, new freezer.
Do you have service?
Yeah, I got service, man. You know what I'm saying?
Congrats,
I don't got no data.
I would like to advise the people out there to head on over to nojumper.com and support what we're doing here.
Right
OnSomeShit.com as well would be a great place to visit.
Robesman.com too.
There you go. You got a new
fuck with
collab
Chris
with Booth
Longer,
Boy
bro.
Icy, huh?
Yeah, we got the Icy shirt out now, and season 11 coming up next. We got expensive pants for sale right now.
You made pants.
I made
That's the name
pants.
of them? Expensive pants?
Oh my god, dude! I made like cut and sew, like full denim like jeans with this crazy print on it, and it was
saw
just
that.
so fucking expensive.
Really?
But yeah, it was fun. It was just like the fun thing. I got some more ideas for like cooler shit because it's like you can't just constantly be doing a shirt all the time. You got to switch it up.
There's pretty good reasons to not do cut and sew pants as well, though.
yeah. There's an in between area I'm trying to figure out.
Gray area. The off-white. The gray area, man.
Nice.
What?
Off-white. Like the gray area. That's his whole shit. Like between
Is it?
black and white. Yeah.
I don't know a lot about Off-White, I'm going to be
You
honest.
about to with that grill. Your whole
think?
style about to switch
You
up.
think Virgil's going to hit me up and be like, hey, you look
go on
good?
Friends and Family for Off-White soon. You already went Drake.
Oh, yeah, let's throw that out there. I'm currently wearing shoes that Drake gave me.
Yeah.
That is the biggest thing that's ever happened
Bro.
to anybody. That Drake has personally touched those, or at least been in the same room
No,
as those.
he signed it.
He signed it. He wrote
he
my
touched
name on it. He wrote Adam22 on a box of shoes and gave them to me. Two boxes of shoes. Two boxes.
Two boxes.
Adam showed me the DMs with him and Drake.
I've seen it. No, I was there one time when he was DMing.
Yeah,
Drake.
when Drake
first day.
first responded to my DMs, Hakeem was all up in the mix. We were over at the fucking pizza spot over there, and Hakeem and I were like literally jumping up and down, freaking out, losing our minds
Did you
over
play
it.
it cool, like wait 5 minutes before hitting him right back, or would you
No,
instantly?
they were both like hitting each
popping.
other back. Like
Any kind of delay in my communication with Drake was mostly based on the fact that I just didn't know what the fuck to say,
Yeah,
more than like me trying to be cool.
yeah.
It's like when your girlfriend's breaking up with you and she keeps on ... and then deleting it ... You're
No,
like, just break up with me.
But you know, there's always that element of you wondering if it's really them or if their best friend has just been given Instagram
Dude,
privileges.
I never in my life would think that Drake would ever give creative control over his Instagram DMs.
don't
That's
think so.
crazy.
But you know, I've heard about that with like top rappers. For some reason, it seems less likely with Drake, but I've heard that about dudes. As in, I heard somebody say about a very, very famous rapper, that's never him on his phone. Because I was like, yeah, I texted him and DM'd him and blah, blah, blah. We talked a little bit, and they're like, that's never him on his phone. I'm like,
Maybe it's just like
oh,
a scapegoat
That's
to like be shady.
about somebody else.
well, once you hit a certain level, you can have like, young Jewel Boy over here, like
Right.
be your phone guy.
Well, I thought
I'd be
about
like,
giving.
text this to Lennon now.
I thought about giving Chris my fucking Instagram password and he could just be logged in, because what 95% of the messages I get are, can I cop a SoundCloud repost?
I'm up
Imagine how much fucking more money we'd make if he was actually like handling all those conversations and selling SoundCloud reposts to people. I don't even want to get into that because it would be too much, but
What is the No Jumper SoundCloud at subscribers wise?
I think 65,000 followers.
Hell
That's
yeah.
good. That's dope, man.
Considering that we don't even like put music on it, we just put the
more-
podcast.
Yeah, it's more like it's the cosign. Oh, you don't do the reposts there?
No, we do the reposts there, but
okay.
but we don't like put up original music aside from the one time that we put the Chapo mixtape on there.
Well, now you got a grill and Hakeem's back, so we're about to drop our song.
Yo.
Pieces is hitting.
For the record, I
5.
spent $9,000 on this girl.
Damn.
I was gonna ask, but everyone calls me the pocket watcher, so I had to play it real cool. Like, yeah, you
No,
know,
it's all right.
whatever.
I didn't
I
even
talked about
know.
it in the vlog that's not out yet.
Here's the question though: if you get sick of it, like, what's the resale value? Can you like melt it down into other smaller
Diamonds.
I don't think I would do that. I feel like I'm going to hold on to it. However, I do feel like there could come a point where I don't wear it for a long period of time, and then that would be weird, because then what am I going to do? I'm going to fucking, like, my teeth might change.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know how much your teeth change, but it feels like if I didn't wear it for a couple months that it might not fit anymore.
Or I
Like a
mean,
retainer, bro.
or you can also just build the flex, man. Like get on your Young Thug shit, no cap. Get that little box of jewelry.
Well, that is kind of what I'm thinking too. Is like, damn, I kind of want to get like a
got
gold,
3
like
pieces
the
now.
gold
You got no watch,
grill,
though.
or
Yeah, I know. Watch.
nah.
You don't like it on the wrist?
I don't know about that. Oh, dude, we got to turn off the fucking screen notifications. Chris, you want to handle that? The fucking box that just popped up on the screen up there.
You gotta get that big rolly.
Just the animations that turn on. We got to make sure that's turned up. Yeah, I thought about getting like $20,000 watch just for fun, but
Because that has a resale value. That's an investment. I mean, if you keep it nice and shit.
I
don't really want to become like a fucking watch guy. Like I don't, or just a jewelry guy in general. Like it's not really my thing. I didn't pay for either of these. The only thing I paid for was the teeth.
All right, I want to ask about something because I'm really excited about it.
Let's get it.
YouTube boxing matches. Do you know about KSI and Joe Weller? Have you dug into that at all?
Well, that already happened. I saw the KSI won.
Right, KSI won, and then he instantly called out Logan and Jake Paul.
And now he is fighting who, Jake?
They went back and forth for a long time.
I watch this every day on Drama Alert for the record, and I still don't really know what's going on because it's been so wishy-washy.
Jake called out KSI's little brother. KSI's little brother bitched out, but then
Chris,
went back to England.
you just have to attach the thing in OBS. You don't even have to be in that for the record.
He went back to England and he called out Jake.
What, are you fucking kidding me? The second row of things, there should be something that says animation or whatever. Well, I mean, we could just let the famous Dexter GIF just keep popping up over my face, but I don't know.
Dexter.
Okay, so what?
Basically, I'm trying to figure out is this the next wave? Should we because remember Chris Brown said he was going to fight Soulja Boy in Dubai?
And that never happened, right? That sucks.
Happened, but probably because they instantly go who's our promoter? Who's going to be doing this fight? But if they figured out the streamers are paving the way for everything else, you know, you do 1.5 million viewers on a live stream. People can donate directly to you if they want you to win or get whatever fucking message on the screen.
Well, they're not doing that. They're just fighting. They're not taking donations or anything. I don't know where they're planning on making money from.
I got my money
it's still
on
showing
Jake
up
Paul,
though.
You
see that, right?
Little boy from the country, no cap.
No, dude, he was a wrestler. He's he's
football
bigger than the other
player.
guy. Yeah,
Who would
Jake.
you fight? That's the question. You should fight KSI.
KSI, yo, run my fade. Right now.
I want to fight a YouTuber. I mean, in a boxing match. I would, because it'd be fun just to train for 6 months, even if I lost or whatever. I feel like it'd get my head in a good place. I gotta train. Here we go.
Whenever I watch
Rocky
this and
montage.
people say oh, you should fight so and so. No. I'm not fighting anyone ever. I got successful like this, so I didn't have to fight people. It's just seems insane to me to get to that level in your career and then want to go get in a fucking boxing ring.
That's the thing too. Is KSI is 18 million YouTube subscribers, biggest UK YouTuber. His videos do pretty good, just not daily uploads. Whereas Logan Paul is at about 15 million now, and probably in the aggregate more kind of on the rise than KSI. So it's they're pretty even, right? But if Jake Paul was to fight KSI's little brother, that's definitely a huge boost for the little brother. There's and so they got
some clout off of it.
I wouldn't recommend that he do that. I would not suggest that Jake Paul fight Comedy Shorts Gamer. I would say KSI is the sole one that's worth battling there. But I mean,
Jake Paul's gonna kill Comedy Shorts Gamer, and it's gonna be funny.
Yeah, but I think KSI would fuck up Jake Paul.
Really?
He's wicked confident. He's got the experience.
Football player,
Logan's gonna destroy him.
Them boys is crazy. They see.
So it's Logan KSI.
Crazy.
90%. It might be FouseyTube KSI or the other guy, Adam Saleh.
The fucking Muslim dude?
Yeah.
Muslim scam artist who
KSI
fucking lies and race baits. That piece of shit. I fucking hate him. I'm not fighting him. I'll shoot at him, though.
Speaking of shooting. All right.
Speaking of shooting, where does Robesman go with a segue like that?
Do we got to arm the teachers in the schools?
Hell no. That's probably
bro.
the most misled idea ever.
Hold on. Let me.
You remember your teachers tweaking?
This is.
Imagine they had a gun
your hat
and
off,
stroking
Hakeem.
his gun and shit. It sounds like the worst idea for the future of America I could ever imagine.
Okay, but hold on. You own a gun. So that's one. I don't know. Do you own a gun? Not
I
legally.
can't say that.
He just told me that.
Hakeem with a gun. I like that.
I own a sword. Xavier gave me a sword.
Did he really?
There's mad swords in the house.
Yeah,
Don't
because
fuck
his
with that
fans give him
house.
swords all the time. He probably got a whole collection full
Bro,
of
he
spare
got some of
swords.
the craziest swords I've ever seen, and
All right,
ninja
let's say
stars.
this. You're in 11th grade. You're sophomore? No, junior year of high school. Someone comes into chemistry. You hear shooting in the hallway. At that moment, you're in chemistry. Do you hope your chemistry teacher, Mr. Arnold, has a gun or not?
Well, to be honest, in high school, I wouldn't have cared if any of my teachers lived or died. If they had perished, I wouldn't have gave a shit, to be honest. So it's
Okay.
every man for himself. I would have crawled into a little cabinet. I would have got in there and I would.
But just answer that question. Do you hope that he has a gun or not at that moment? Do you
Probably, but I hope my niggas strapped too.
My high school had cops in it every single day.
And I had this one black kid. that moved
No,
from
my
the hood,
question
guns.
is that exact scenario. You're in chemistry, shooter in the hallway. Do you want your chemistry teacher to have a gun or not?
Yeah.
Well, for the
In that
record,
moment, yeah.
Donald Trump is proposing that certain
No one's answering this question.
Well, there's obviously stipulations. Ex-military, he wants, it to be. It's not like every fucking Beverly Cleary ass looking fucking teacher. It's certain teachers might have guns. That's at least somewhat logical, but I still think it's probably the stupidest idea I've ever heard. If anything, there should be cops in schools. But I mean,
Yeah.
Wasn't there a cop in Parkland that didn't do anything?
yeah, but he's a pussy. He didn't do shit. It was crazy. And Donald Trump said that he would have ran in without a weapon. Can you believe that?
Here's the thing, Adam. I'm kind of with you. Like, okay, here's my answer. If I was in chemistry and there's a shooter in the hallway, do I want my teacher to have a gun? Yeah, probably, right? But there's also a part of me that, like, even if you gave me a gun and someone's going to shoot at me, it's like, I don't want to kill somebody, so just kill me. But I don't want someone killing other people as a thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Does
All
that
of
make
it
sense?
is just so misled. I don't
But,
know. I
like,
can't even
in
wrap
the
my
inner
head around
city,
it.
If you're
like,
gonna shoot me, just go
in the inner
ahead.
city, like those schools have cops and security guards that have guns. Like they all are strapped. Like kids where I'm like they're from like East Orange back in Jersey and Newark and stuff like that. Those schools that they go to, them cops and shit, they strapped.
Yeah.
Like and they'll
Toady
bust
block.
your ass.
To me,
So
it
the
seems crazy
suburbs
to have
need
a
get
school that doesn't have cops because I always, my junior high and my high school, they always had cops and shit.
It's crazy that like Columbine was in '99 and everyone's like, this is probably Marilyn Manson's fault, and everyone's like, yeah, it sounds good. And then it's like 20 years later, it's like maybe get rid of the assault rifles. Like finally, all right.
Columbine had excellent branding. The trench coat mafia, they were wearing
There
trench
was
coats.
bullying. Bullying wasn't really discussed. It was like, oh, you know, these guys were bullied, so that's why they did this. And it's like,
Now niggas just want like they niggas just crazy. That's just crazy, bro. Like
Just catch a body real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
like-
insane.
it's just crazy. Like
I don't know. I don't really feel qualified to even discuss
Yeah.
such madness.
I
But
think maybe you should just put some niggas that's really about it in the fucking
former
security.
rappers.
Yes.
Former rappers in every school. Like if Hell Rel was just sort of hanging out with his burner,
Yo.
the schools in Harlem might be all
Cameron-
right. Or the
if
Bronx.
If Cameron was a security guard, he'll bust your ass.
He
'cause
might be a
niggas
little
get
too
shot
expensive, don't you
every
think?
day, B.
But imagine Hell Rel as like the volunteer like school deputy.
That'd be fucking
Nah,
crazy.
Hell Rel got fucked up the other day though. You see that?
Nah.
He got jumped in like a restaurant.
wait, really?
What was he eating? Pasta?
He was just sitting there, and the motherfucker runs up on him and said some shit like, you know, like, oh, you think I forgot that shit? Or you don't remember? Bah, just started attacking him and shit.
I wanted to talk about too. Do you guys see Tekashi at the airport?
Yeah.
Love that.
Yo, Tekashi, I fuck with Tekashi, bro. I text Adam.
The
every
real
time
question is what
Tekashi
you think of
drops
his
something.
album.
I liked it.
That's
but
the new
I thought
shit.
the Offset verse was forced.
Oh yeah, Offset verse sucked.
Sorry, Tekashi. I
Listen,
love you.
I'm saying, I mean, this has probably already been said, but like,
Yeah,
you
this is
can't-
really
can't-
old. I know you're really
can't-
behind the times.
We have the first time we talked in like a week.
Yeah, but that's like ancient Tekashi news by this point. Like,
I'm
yeah,
just
the
saying that,
airport
like,
thing.
I just
have
go
to,
into
like,
LAX,
cancel a show.
and if I slow down under 5 miles an hour, there's a cop. Like, move.
Mm.
And that fight went on for like 2 minutes. All those cops.
The
I couldn't
label
believe it
set
happened
up.
either.
It was a label thing, bro.
No, and you know what was fucked up? Those dudes weren't even there to fight him, according
just
to
saw
them.
him
They
there?
said that he disrespected a girl or somebody in the crew said something to a girl, so then they just randomly got into a fight, which is crazy. Like, you're telling me the whole city was hunting Tekashi down the whole weekend.
Wait, those. Oh, and this is also really old, but like he was banished from San Antonio by a gang out there.
Oh, those fat,
Yeah.
ugly Mexicans.
He got banished from fucking LA for the same shit. Like, I mean, he just has
Did he
every
go to
gang
San
in it.
Antonio and do the show anyways?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the shit was lit.
He does.
Are you on tour with Tekashi?
No, but we pay attention to hip hop media, unlike your white ass. Let's just say the fact that this white person has been invited here and he wants a full review of everything that happened to Tekashi over the last 6 months.
Hey,
Like,
You guys heard about this?
Me and
me and him wake up and
B.I.G.
look at DJ
Tupac.
Academics like it's
All
the
that
New York
shit.
Times.
If anything funny happens, I'm sending him a screenshot, and he's sending me a screenshot.
My dad sat there with the Boston Globe and read that cover to cover. Nope, me, Academics. Boom. Tell me what's going on. I counted. Academics has made like 25 videos about Tekashi this month. Like, he literally could fucking buy a house off Tekashi.
Is Academics like more lit than you in terms of like viewership and like?
I mean, he definitely gets more views, but I mean, it's also kind of like he makes videos that are like 100% catering to like the most
Clickbait.
base thing on earth, you know? But I did notice the other day that he has 1 million on Twitter, and I'm over here with like 300K. So
Yeah, he's out there like trying to break news, get the scoop.
I think he's more famous than me. But then again, to be honest, like I always bring Academics up around people, like comparing myself to him. And like, because to me, what me and him do are very similar. And it seems like other people are always like, no, you can't compare what you do to what Academics does. Because, and I actually had that conversation with someone recently. They're like, you know what it is like you find out about dudes when they have 20,000 followers, and
Like 10,
Academics
yeah.
finds out about dudes when they have 500,000. And I was like,
and they're still kind of like on the border of being mainstream.
There's not really any reason, like academics doesn't benefit from knowing about like a Juice World when he has 10,000 followers, you know? And it's like, for me, that's kind of like the whole thing is like knowing about shit early on and stuff.
And I think academics frames things in a way that like sets people up to like give a bunch of hate and dirt or whatever, where you're more like, hey, look at this cool thing I found.
Yeah.
Right, which is way less viral.
You're more of off love, like.
Yeah, he's more about outrage.
Yeah, totally. And I get that too. Like when they did, academics did an interview with 1,000 Man Fawny, like at some event or some shit. Like they were doing like interviews with all these dudes, and like academics' intern or employee or whatever said to Fawny, like, yeah, like there's no reason for us to do this unless you talk about beef. And Fawny was super pissed.
I would be pissed too.
But I mean, if you look at academics' content, it's pretty much like 100% consistent. Is that they only really cover the
there's
beef.
something to be said for like every person that was gonna go be a radio shock jock in the '90s is now like academics, or like I feel like Ice Poseidon would have been like Man Cow or Howard Stern type, you know, if he came up in that era, because he just like he's pulling stunts, he's getting views, he's doing all kinds of crazy shit.
I think in the long term, don't you see academics becoming like an Ebro or like somebody on New York radio? I don't know if it would be the best move for him money wise, but I mean, with what he's doing with Everyday Struggle and everything, it kind of.
I think he can. I think it would be a dope. I mean, but
he's
I think
that kind of personality where it would make sense. I don't know, but have you seen Everyday Struggle since they got the new host instead of Joe Budden's Star?
No.
Star, yeah. Oh my God,
it's
dude.
trash. Star sucks dick, man. He's horrible. He's
he's extremely.
Back.
I mean, he's popular on like radio, or he does well on radio and stuff. But I mean,
he's extremely like kind of like really.
I saw a little tiny
there.
clip, and he was just. It's kind of just like right in depth with negativity. It was
it's too much. Like he
makes Joe Budden look
called
like,
academics out. He called academics out saying like, "Oh, you said this about Fredo, this about Fredo," but he called him Fredro. Like he didn't even know the name. This motherfucker Star said that he said that Young Thug is a pariah, a culture vulture.
That's where I draw the line.
I'm like, no. You don't get to just say that. I don't give a fuck if you maybe have more stripes than me in the hip hop media shit. You can't just say that. Be Young Thug.
Young Thug is the most important living artist.
On God, in rap music, he's damn close. He's at least top 5. Now, I'm honestly not far off, but I will say classical don't matter. Classical's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant
for modern times.
Who gonna change their name to Sex?
Sex, all caps. That's what I'm saying.
Sex. I
hit up academics half the time I watch the shit. Every struggle, I hit up academics just bitching about something the Star said, and act like I'm not gonna say anything that he'll say, but I mean like it's kind of astounding the huge lack of knowledge. Like Star, if anybody's a culture vulture, it's Star, because he don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Like he's talking about all this shit that's going on right now, and he don't know.
He don't know the culture.
With the shiny.
Speaking of culture vultures, what's up? Shout out Gold Teeth God.
Hey, he got a discount, so he got to shout him out.
Nah, for real though. But like, if Star was sitting here saying that shit about Young Thug to me, I will cook his ass. Academics wasn't ready for the insanity of what he said.
Dang, that's out of pocket. You can't disrespect Thug.
You can't just say that shit about Thug. Like honestly, from my perspective, if I owned Complex, I would have fired him for the shit he said about Young Thug, because it gave him away 100%. You do not know what you're talking about. You're not in a position to speak about these young artists. You got to move on. Charlemagne wouldn't say some shit like that. Charlemagne doesn't really know what the fuck he's talking about when it comes to modern day hip hop, but he wouldn't have taken such a huge leap and said something so outrageous.
He keeps an open mind.
He keeps an open mind, because at least Charlemagne understands that he doesn't necessarily understand everything about all these modern day rappers. He doesn't really try to pretend that he's too much that he isn't. Did you guys watch the shit with Monique?
Oh.
I watched that whole shit the other day. You see the shit with Monique?
Yes, that's what I was just about to say.
How you feel about that?
Bro, Monique, she called him by his real name. Leonard.
Leonard. He goes, it's Leonard.
No cap, yo. I was in this.
Give a recap of this.
Bro,
because I know Monique was mad about Netflix.
Yeah, she's mad because Netflix offered her whatever, like $500,000 or $250,000, and she thought that she should be getting like multiple millions, like Amy Schumer, blah, blah, blah. She's like, oh, look at all the stripes I got, how much work I put in, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, I mean, in my opinion, she's using it just for some hype, because at the end of the day, it's like, you ain't popping like Amy Schumer. You ain't popping like Chris Rock. So, I mean, blame it on the race thing, blame it on the female thing. Come on. You ain't at the top of the pile.
She's not popping at all.
If Amy Schumer and Monique do national like comedy tours, like who's doing bigger rooms?
But they both are. Monique was saying like she's on a tour with like a whole bunch of women, and like it's selling out and shit like that.
Okay.
Like, but I think the problem with Monique is that like she's not popping, and her like accolades is dope. Like she fucking was in Pressure State. I think she was like an Oscar nominee.
She's relatively popping. She's popping enough to get a Netflix thing, but she ain't popping like Amy Schumer. You got to look at what Netflix's business model is. It's not about like, oh, we're gonna get this and we're gonna make. It's not like a movie where it's like, oh, we're gonna make this thing and we're gonna make this amount of profit for each ticket sold. No, it's like they're trying to get subscriptions for the Netflix service. So they know they're not getting that many subscriptions from getting the Amy Schumer thing. It's not going to make money just like straight up from what she's doing. It's more of a branding thing in the long term. You go and you get the Dave Chappelle's, you get the absolute top of the pile. You give them a boatload of money. You get that content on your shit. Monique, she's very popular. Her popularity might be even like comparable to some of these people, but at the end of the day, you're not the fucking name draw recognition.
She don't have. Like, listen, if I name drop Amy Schumer to get some pussy, I'm a fuck. If I name drop Monique to get some pussy, I'm gonna get some head or a hand job. You feel me?
You know what I like?
You know what I'm saying?
Here's what I like. Here's what I like about what Monique is doing. Is like you got to fight really hard to get compensated at the rate you want to.
But she's fighting now. She didn't make a counter offer, is what was revealed on that Breakfast Club. She got offered, and they said. We're going to think about it. They didn't even come back with a second offer. I hate when I see women who aren't willing to fight for the salary that they think they deserve, and then they bitch and moan later on and be like, oh, this man is getting paid more than me. It shows that men are more confrontational when it comes to how much they get paid. That's one thing I'll say about Cam Girl. Ever since I heard Cam Girl, every couple of months, I want a raise. I want a raise. She's always asked for a raise, and the truth is, if she hadn't asked for a raise repeatedly, she would not be getting paid what she's getting paid now. She'd be getting paid what she was getting paid in the beginning.
More like dominant about it. You know what I'm saying?
And and that's the other thing about Monique too, is that she has a shitty reputation. Everybody in the industry, from what she basically even like acknowledged in the Breakfast Club thing, is that she's hard to work with. A lot of people don't like her. Being likable at the end of the game is part of the fucking game. And then she'll say, oh, you know, like it's just because I'm a strong black woman and they don't like it when I stand up for myself or whatever. It's like, babe, I mean, it's about likability. Really? It's about if people like you.
You want to work with you. Like, I want to be around you. Like, I want to work with nobody I can't
That's
fucking stand.
That's why Hakeem's here right now. I like this guy.
Oh, God,
listen, no kitty cat. Because a cat be kittying.
See, that I don't know about that. I like No Cap. No Cap is fun.
No
cap.
No
Cap. But...
No,
the cat be kittying. Where is that? What's that from?
It's interior rhyme. I'm joking.
It's not.
No, it's not.
It's not. That's not what that means.
No, but like no kitty cap is like when your bro is you're lying about some pussy. You know, he lying on the pussy.
Adam, what you had a kendama jam over the weekend
on Saturday? Yep.
It's 2018. You got kids playing with wooden toys with a string and a ball.
I wouldn't say I do.
Well, how did this happen? How did we get to kendamas? It's just like we've gotten too many video games, we've gotten too deep, and all of a sudden, like, fuck it, let's...
You know, I think it is a good, positive trend. Like, I would way rather see kids playing with it, getting, you know, you do get exercise when you play kendama. Like, it's a relatively athletic sport.
Well, hold on. I think there's part of it is that the string attaches to the ball, so you're never bending over to pick it up.
Yeah, I mean, that's good. Like, if it like the reset time, the fact that you can try a trick and then reset within like 2 seconds and start trying it again, that's nice. The thing about the kendama, though, is honestly, I often wonder like how much mainstream popularity it ever really could have, because it's so fucking hard. Like, it's just really, really difficult, you know?
And there's not a lot of payoff. When you show someone a crazy kendama trick, it's like, nice, man.
That's kind of cool.
It's not like skateboarding where there's a cool factor associated with being able to do a kickflip, you know? And
stuff like...
But I mean, you know, for me on a personal level, I kind of fell in love with like the subculture of it. Like, I just find the subculture interesting. I find the characters involved in the space to just be fascinating.
I was joking about doing like a video game Nintendo Switch jam at the store, you know, and then everyone just comes and plays like Mario Kart or whatever. But
that'd be hard.
It is kind of nice that people can come, play with the kendama, walk around, be outside. Hey, look at this trick. Talk a little bit, smoke weed, whatever it is.
I like it because it's a scene that attracts such a bizarre group of people. It's a lot of little really quiet young teenage boys, but there was a 50-year-old woman over here snapping the other day.
Yeah.
And they all love me because I'm probably like the most high-profile person that fucks with it. Besides Roy Purdy, shout out Roy Purdy. He's kind of putting on for it too.
Lil G-Nar, I see him going crazy for.
Lil G-Nar is what you're calling Lil Nar.
Lil Nar.
Welcome to America, Hakeem. Lil G-Nar.
I'm sorry, bro.
Lil Genome.
My bad.
We cracked the human genome. No, you know what's crazy is that Lil G-Nar, as you said, who, by the way, his Exposed interview just came out. He was on the same flight to Paris with his girlfriend as Brandon Began and his girlfriend. Small world, no cap.
Yeah.
Why was Nar going to Paris?
I don't know exactly, but he's recording, he's doing videos, he's swagging on the ducks. I don't know.
On his exposed, you guys talk about, he's got a Porsche with his name on the license plate, right?
Well, I don't know what he's got back home.
Yeah,
I know he
Atlanta,
rents
he got a lot
cars
of
out here.
But in Atlanta, he said he got a lot of cars. Like he got like Porsches and shit like that in
Yeah.
Atlanta.
He was saying he can't have straps out here either.
No.
Well, I mean, I did see him with a gun out here, actually, but
That's kind of a brilliant move to rent a car out here and then instantly put out your own plate on it.
yeah. I don't know if I would ever buy a car, honestly. I'll probably lease for the rest of my life.
You're not going to buy a car.
Lies.
For what?
Lies.
For what?
You gonna get a car.
I can't. I've like thought a lot about it. I don't really see the benefit of buying anything.
You want to go Tesla eventually?
Nah, I don't like Teslas.
I see Adam as like a Lamborghini.
I'll be real.
I got a
don't
theory
like
about
that shit.
Teslas. I feel like Teslas are way more annoying than the owners will tell you.
Really?
Because I feel like thinking about having to charge it is annoying.
I
Your
never
phone,
even
your
thought
Tesla.
about it, to be
Instead of
honest.
just honestly like going
Every
to the
single
gas
night having to
station.
plug in your car.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be
planning
out of
out your
pocket.
trip. That just seems annoying.
The other day I was in the Ghost, and I enjoyed that.
Saw that.
I saw you driving that.
Yeah. I
Was
saw
it
that.
like comfy, fast?
So comfy. I don't really care about the fast
Whose
thing.
Ghost
It was
was
really
that?
fast.
Who was that guy?
My homie Josh. He got
Just-
he got a rope swing.
Just the big homie?
He's just this white dude that we know who got mad money and shit. Who's just always like hanging out. He always got nice ass cars, and he was just like, "Yo, you want to test drive it?" And you know what's hella funny about it is in the vlog is that this girl that was here, like this girl who's like her boyfriend was here trying to get put on, trying to have me discover him as a rapper, I guess.
Every day.
She didn't even mention that she was with a dude. We didn't figure out till we were already driving down Fairfax that the girl was there with her boyfriend. The boyfriend's over here hurt. They get in a big fight outside the store and
Oh,
shit.
you took her in the car and not him?
Nah, I didn't even know he existed till we were already like on the road for like 5-10 minutes.
That's my worst fear, you know?
The
Like,
girl getting swooped up, but that it probably happened with you with like
Crowd is
Bell and
dangerous
Sebastian
out
or
here,
some
bro.
shit. It ain't gonna be like why be in that mirror stealing your girl.
Sebastian. Gang. Not being full of all your bitch like gang.
gang, 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 gang.
He said, bitch goes, I lost it. That's it.
Yo, why be
in
in Almighty J with Black China?
Bro.
My kid is snapping. What the
Bro.
fuck is that? Why she want an 18-year-old dick?
Bro, because she needs some makeup for that fucking terrible.
Yeah, what was that video?
nibble.
Oh,
Bro,
the
my
bad
dick
head?
Went, my dick went chub mode on that.
Yo, Almighty
video.
J out here getting that bad head.
Bad head.
Yo, I would fuck Black China right now. I would tell
yeah,
Lena, I'll be
eat
like,
her
yo, I'm
ass.
sorry, I had to do it for the clout.
No cap.
No
Is she
cap.
Is she a rapper?
I feel like you
No.
fuck certain
Well,
girls and you.
actually, she's supposed to be doing a song with Ski Mask.
What?
But have we heard her rap yet? I don't think
No,
so.
I just heard the fucking India Love rap. That shit was fucking.
Wait, you never talked about
garbage.
the Bad Baby interview.
Yeah, it was fire.
But like, did she come with the full team? Is there like a whole, could you
She
tell
has,
like,
bodyguards,
She
right?
came with her bodyguard and then like 2 dudes that are on her management team or whatever, and that was it.
her mom doesn't ride around
No
with her?
mom.
Are her and her mom cool now?
She said that they're cool, but I have no idea what the actual stipulations of the relationship are.
It's crazy.
Well, keep your mom around. You don't want to get like Lil Pump and get in trouble when your mom's not around.
Well, I think if Lil Pump's mom were like living in his Airbnb in North Hollywood or whatever with him, that she would probably object to at least some of the things he's doing.
Who was that rapper who came through with his dad? That
Oh,
Chris-
Suey.
Yeah. Chris was like, I don't know who's out in front, but like, it's freaking me out.
Oh, actually, Bad Baby was shouting out Suey on her interview. She said that he's like the most mature 14-year-old she ever met, which I would say Suey is one of the coolest like 14-year-olds I ever met. He's
Dude,
cool
he
as
was
shit.
Super charismatic. The second you put the camera on him, he's got his whole little thing, his spiel. He's just like
He will go
felt
far
like-
in life.
How do you feel about niggas from Shameless hanging out here?
Yeah, Carl
That's
or
fucking-
Ethan.
It was Carl.
Yeah, Zan linked with him, right?
Yeah,
and then brought
Zan
him
linked
over.
with him.
Supposedly they're doing a song together or some shit. But yeah, he's been here a bunch of times. He wants to do the interview. I watched one episode of Shameless trying to figure out like what the show is all about. This shit
Been on
boring
for
as
a
fuck. I can't watch that.
It's
I
about
love
you
bro,
growing.
but-
It's about your family growing up.
I don't even remember anything. I can't. That's so hard for me to get into a
I
TV
watched,
show,
like-
man.
I watched like one episode, but I like to watch TV shows when they're done. Like shows like that, they're like
It's
hyped
still
up.
going. It's like 11 seasons.
Yeah.
I'm like, am I really gonna watch 11 seasons of this shit just so I can do an interview?
What's the last TV show you actually enjoyed?
Well, I'm about to start on season 4 of Black Mirror. Me and Lana have been watching that,
Damn.
so that's been enjoyable.
But do you still drift out during episodes? Because some of those,
Oh yeah, I fall asleep. Like I fall asleep no matter what I watch, movies, TV, everything. I fall asleep.
it's because you're high, though.
I don't even
He
really
don't
smoke weed
that,
like that.
You know?
No.
He doesn't even smoke weed like that no more.
Oh yeah, no drugs. 2K18. How's that going?
I mean,
cap.
it's been great. No coke, no Xans, no lean. 2018. But I mean, I still smoke weed and shit. But I don't like roll blunts for myself and shit anymore. Like if anything, like I'll smoke the blunt when I'm here. But then when I get home, I have a weed pen. Actually, I have like a million weed pens because people just give them to me constantly, and I'll just like hit the weed pen a little bit. And I feel like it helps me. Like I feel like I'm like way less addicted to weed now just because I like don't roll blunts by myself.
It was like every 3 weeks for me, and I cut it all the way out, and I just feel so much better. It's just
I
not
don't
for
smoke
me.
weed at all. I haven't smoked weed since like 7 years, since like high school.
It's not for me, man.
I saw somebody take a Xan like on camera, and I got slightly triggered the other day. Like, oh man, that used to feel good. But at the same time, like, I feel way better about my own like life trajectory being not doing any drugs, and especially the coke, bro, because it just kept like, I never did it that much, but I would do it like every couple weeks, and that shit would fuck me up.
You
Like,
get very lovey off the coke.
lovey?
Uh-huh.
Well, that's not exactly what I would call it, but all right. Lovey.
You guys are touching tips.
I committed a lot of violent crimes in my life off the dope.
Off the dope.
Just fucking.
Hearing your wild stories is...
I punched. Yo, me and Chris Long the other
know.
day on live stream, we went crazy telling stories about all the fights we got into when we were younger, breaking people's teeth out and knocking people out, all this crazy shit. People were bugging in the comments like, yo, these dudes are sick fucks.
Or your rock days, like your heavy metal days.
We was in the mosh pits and shit.
Wait,
Chris, can we get a viewer count? You want to look on your phone or something?
Are we getting views right now?
I don't know. I know we're still getting hella donations right now. Like, people are donating as we do this so that we will listen to their music afterwards on the live stream, which is nice. Since
Okay, Hakeem went on tour.
Xavier Wolf.
I went on tour with Wolf.
Did you get Cloud Top?
I definitely got clout top.
Once.
But I only fucked like one girl on tour. I ain't gonna cap. But it's hard to fuck bitches
Protection.
when they're... Oh, hell yeah. It's hard to fuck bitches when it's fucking Xavier's fans, bro. They all want to fuck him, bro.
Yeah, but I've been on tour with a lot of rappers, and I would not say that it's hard to fuck their fans.
But you're fucking already established. You already got, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You're kind of established.
I am. So that's why I got and I had another bitch. That was a crazy story. You want to hear this shit?
Let's go.
So, yo. I brought a bitch that I fucking in high school, right? And I brought her to the New York show, right? Bitch did some wild shit. I brought her. We hook it up. We all the way to the show and shit. I'm figuring her to fucking the tour bus and shit. And then boom, tell me how the cameraman swooped on her. End up fucking her in the van. I was so tight.
The cameraman?
Yeah. Not because I was, not because he fucked. But I was tight because after she came and acting like nothing happened, I'm like, yo, bitch, get the fuck out my face, yo. Like, I brought you here for me to get some pussy tonight, not for this nigga to get some. I don't give a fuck about this nigga.
Man, the girls are so nasty on
Like-
tour, though, dude. That shit is like disgusting. Like, when you think
No
about the
cap.
fact that you were probably gonna eat her pussy and shit, and she letting the cameraman fuck.
And that's why I was mad. I'm like, bitch, get the fuck out of here. Like, don't come and fuck with me after. Like, you already fucked, you know what I'm saying? But there was mad bitches around. It's just that, honestly, I'm not trying to fuck. Some of the bitches was whack. I'm just like, I don't even give a fuck. Like, I'm not trying to fuck you. But
Yo.
I did fuck a badass bitch in Portland, no cap.
Real talk though, like I was having a
Not
conversation
my
with
bitch in Portland.
somebody who was on a little pump tour, and he was just like, man, he's like for real, we don't even fuck girls on tour. We just get head, if anything, and just rock with it like that because it's like not even worth it. He's like, that's too much.
Yeah,
you got to
it's too
take her
much
in the
work.
bunk. You got to put the
Exactly.
condom on all this
Yeah,
bullshit. He's
bro.
like, might. At the end of the day, the goal is to come, right?
Yeah.
So fucking, what you got to fuck her for? What you gonna involve her stank ass pussy in it
Yeah.
for? You just get in there, get top,
No
you
cap.
out.
Nah, like there
Got a
was
girlfriend now,
bitches.
man.
There was bitches.
Yeah, you
around,
can still get
but-
top on tour though, right? What is she, a fucking prison warden?
There was bitches around, but like it just like you just didn't want to put them. And they were like Zay fans, and like they all wanted to fuck him. I gotta go on my own tour to get all that pussy.
You got to get a little bit more hollow
I
squad.
gotta get more. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get a chain. Give me a little.
The Black John Man. Hey, what you guys are funny to me because like me and you were standing outside this place and we met these two cute Asian girls, right?
Oh yeah.
What, y'all fucking adopted them or some shit? They've been hanging out with you guys for weeks and months and shit.
Yo, them bitches came here for a week from Arizona. I'm still trying to fuck one of them.
You and Xavier?
Yeah.
You adopted 2 girls.
Just these two Asian girls, like we met them on the
bad.
street.
Are you done with tour now?
He gets
Yeah,
a
we're
phone
done.
number.
We're
All of us, they're still hanging out with them.
are
They're
you
probably
still-
still at Xavier's house now.
Nah, they went back there.
Are you still working with X then?
Yeah, I actually stay with X right now.
Oh, okay.
How's that going?
It's cool. I mean, like,
Make breakfast.
Nah, bro. We eat out like
Honestly,
every day.
if you made it through the tour and he doesn't hate you, that's a good sign.
No, he definitely like hates me.
He hates me.
He definitely like we're at a
We got a viewer count?
yeah.
Hey,
Lit.
1,600 people smoking our cocks.
Nah,
All right.
he got love. Like I help him create. Like I help him, like, you know, he's doing different things with his career right now. So, like, I help him just, like, give him second opinions about. So, I love music and fashion and stuff. So, I just help him in those departments and stuff like that as much as he lets me, you know?
Professional Hakeem.
Yeah, I just...
You came a long way from getting fired at whatever
official.
next store.
I mean, yeah, I worked at a hat store. Like, I love clothes, bro. Like, I love clothes and music. Like, you know what I'm saying?
If Xavier fully, like, banishes you from the Hollow Squad empire, you probably should just work for No Jumper.
Yeah, I should.
I don't know,
nah,
though.
He wouldn't, because, like, I lost the film on tour, and he was fucking pissed about it.
Film?
Yeah, like, the film camera, like, one of my jobs was to, like, take the film shit, and I forgot it, whatever, but he forgot it in the fucking fridge, but I got blamed for it because I was doing the assistant work.
Right.
And then,
You gotta take the blame. It's basically your job. Yeah,
and I
it
took
sucks.
the blame. Exactly, I took the blame for it, and, like, he got mad about it, but then, like, you know, he's like, man, I'm just charged to the game, but, like, yeah, I just help him just, you know, creatively.
Who else was on that tour?
Bankroll Rico.
Shut up, Rico, man. That thing is hard. I love Rico.
I'm surprised that you and him were still getting along good by the end of the tour,
he just
too.
texted me. No, I love Rico.
You guys get along good?
Hell yeah, I love Rico. Rico funny.
What was Rico's job on tour? Just to be the homie?
No. He opened up. He did like 3 songs.
But was he like doing anything like aside from performing and just hanging?
He was the artist. He
Right.
always like, nigga, shut your ass up. I'm the artist. You the assistant and creative consultant. Shut your ass
He
up.
gave you creative consultant. That's big.
Yeah, that's what I do for him now. I'm not really his assistant anymore. He's like, I suck at it.
Called you his assistant in an interview that literally came out today.
He did?
Yeah, the Pigeons and Planes interview.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did. He said very nice things about me too, which I was.
I didn't even read that. You Kevin?
It probably was taped like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was probably a while ago.
Oh, we were on. Yeah, he did that when we were on the fucking.
So there was only 2 artists on that tour?
It was just him, bro. He did his fucking thing, bro.
Nice.
Like, he did his thing.
Were you
No
selling merch,
horrible
too?
shows.
Indianapolis. That was
Sounds about right. Those Hoosiers.
Was it like less than half full?
Hoosier
Yeah,
squad.
that was ass. But like, he did his thing. Like, Gleeshy came. Him and Gleesh, you know, they're cool and stuff right now. Like, they're making music. Gleesh did his last show in California. Gleesh came and opened up and everything. So like, yeah, he got some songs with like Tokyo right now. Him and Skepta are working a lot. Like, they got a lot of shit going on, and he got his album sounds dope.
Let's get an update on speaking of Tokyo Goons.
Oh, shout out House Phone.
He had a million. He had a million.
So you and House Phone.
That's my bro. Like, you know, come on, bro. Like,
No, the Hesh fight is the one that we should address, if
Oh,
anything.
yeah,
Have you
man.
seen Hesh?
Nah, honestly, niggas was telling me like Hesh always does that. Like, he
Yep.
always be trolling, but I'm like, yo, bro, I don't give a fuck about that. I'm not the one to troll around.
Hesh
bro.
starts
Like,
shit with
I don't-
everybody.
I don't do that. Like, that's not me.
What do you do?
He just was talking. He was like, House Phone put a picture up on me, making fun of me. Like, me and House Phone make fun of each other all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my man's. Like, so Hesh commented on it. Oh, I seen his Instagram. I really don't like this nigga. What the fuck is wrong with him? and I was like, I bet. Like, you don't like me, cool. And he tweeted like, I'm gonna beat Hakeem up from No Jumper. And then I said, I bet. And then he was like, ain't nobody fucking scared of your I bet. And then Xavier saw it, and Xavier commented bet. And then he hit my DM, like, sending me where he was at, this and that. And then he's like, you know what? He's like, don't be like,
What's up there, Chris?
feeling comfortable because you're around these niggas on tour, this and that, And I'm like, they don't even know you. And then he's like, you know what? I'm just going to take it down. But I'm just letting them know, like, listen, bro, I'm not a bitch. I don't play that shit at all. Like, I don't go out my way to be no tough guy around anybody. Don't try to test me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how I move, bro. If you want to run the fade, that's cool. We could do that.
Hesh will always call out
Celebrity
everybody.
boxing, YouTube boxing. Here it is.
Hesh stay calling people
Bro,
out.
like, I'm
he
like,
loves it.
Hesh loves it,
he
yeah.
always doing that shit. And I'm like, that's what everyone tells me. Like, that's all what he always does. Like, he always talking shit about everybody.
You know what Hesh did the other day that sort of like summarized Hesh in my mind is like Hood Rich Pablo Juan gave me a bag of clothes, like his merch. Like he had these pre-made bags that are all like XL. Like I had the XL Hood Rich Pablo Juan bag, and I didn't even think about it all day because I was busy as fuck. And then I was like, oh shit, I just remembered I got this. Start opening it, looking at like this hoodie. It's got like the Money Power Ammunition logo and all this shit. Hesh grabs it out of my hands like, yo, let me get that. Let me get that. He's like taking it out of my hand. I'm like, wait a minute, we're in my store. I'm looking at a bag of shit that I was given, and you're trying to call dibs by yanking it out of my hand before I've even gotten a chance to review it. Like, there's something wrong with that.
Yeah, no, I don't know why he think. I don't know. I think.
Not love for Hesh. I just had to throw that out.
No, he's like one of those radio shock jock type personality guys who was like, he sees opportunities, he goes forward, he gets real emotional, he has to say something. But like 5 seconds later, he doesn't feel the same way, kind of thing. It's
Yeah,
just
I
like,
think that's why he
Hesh is always-
deleted it. Like,
Yeah, he doesn't feel the same way. Like he was
Yeah,
gonna delete his whole fucking Twitter at one point. You
he's
know,
very like emo. Honestly, I think he got like some mental problems, which we all do. But some people,
yeah.
He's a
We all
little.
do, but some people
I wouldn't be too shocked to find out that Hesh is like bipolar or something.
Bipolar,
He's a little bit like mood swingy. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but it always adds a little spice into the mix.
yeah,
It's spicy.
Yeah.
Yep. He did an
spicy.
exposed interview the other day.
Nice. Okay, good. Yeah, because I was gonna say like he when we first started this shit like back in the DTLA location, he was always hanging around. You know, and I don't
He
know.
was always hanging here too, but then like Alfredo basically like got heated with him because he was like, I don't know.
Oh, he was like.
I don't even know
scamming.
what really
He was
happened.
like sailing juice.
You know how it is like if you're a scammer and like you could kind of like make, I don't know that he specifically did this, but like if you're friends with somebody like me and there's obviously a lot of kids that are just dying. By the way, we're doing a podcast. You guys are literally both on your
I
phones.
have ideas
The
written
idea is supposed to be that the phones are not on the
right.
table. You're typing into your phone.
No, I have ideas written down. This is iPhone X. You
I got
Some
caught
people
up
are
in that.
not as serious about podcasting as I am.
No, we are. I'm sorry.
He's texting a girl.
She
But you know what's funny
I
though
want to
is
shout
that
out my girlfriend. I love you.
this is what the energy is like when we're just talking. But then
Yeah.
once we actually start playing the music, which is the part of this that like actually makes money, somehow everybody stops talking, which I get because it's like watching fans' videos can be kind of
Yeah.
painful. But
Not
it's
all
weird.
the time. You've found some pretty dope artists through it.
Totally. I find artists all the time that I like premiere on the channel
Yeah.
because I like the videos so much. I fucking found YB and Namir on here. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna say I found it, but I found them when they had like
Most
no
importantly,
plays.
We found lanes on here.
Lands, I believe is how it was pronounced.
The first guy.
Remember Lands?
Yo, what happened? I thought he was gonna thrive because Royce the 5'9" was like in his shit. Like, what the fuck? He just like fell off.
I think Lands like ran into some trouble because his social media was all fucked up. So he had people scamming versus like the fake Twitter got more popping than the real ones that were scamming.
People, yeah.
Damn, that's the
Yo,
worst. Can't scam too much. You gotta like do a little tiny.
But
bit
it
of
wasn't
scamming.
him. It was just some other dude. Like that always happens when dudes don't have a Twitter early on. Somebody will make a Twitter for him and start scamming.
Interesting things with like all these worlds colliding is like, you know, Lyrical Lemonade doing interviews and Cuff Boys doing live streams and stuff like that. Like there's got to be some kind of power, like Cuff Boys, Lyrical Lemonade, No Jumper power channel or some kind of collab that like everyone can get behind. But the thing is, it's like it makes sense for Cole, right? If Cole has someone doing a video in Chicago or coming through Chicago and they want to stop by the office, just talk to the camera for a little bit.
Don't
you know?
give Cole any ideas with the live streaming thing because he could be making fucking hella money off that shit. Yeah,
That's
if he did this shit,
hold on, that's my next phone call after this shit.
because
Wow,
Cuff Boys,
I'm like,
10%.
Cuff Boys is good. He charged like half what I charge, but I mean, shit, I know what I'm making off this shit, and it's pretty good. So if he wants to make half that, he's probably happy as
honestly,
fuck.
I think the dope thing about all three of you guys is that you guys are all setting forth the new wave. Like, you know, you had
The new wave of
Ebro.
Caucasian cultural appropriation.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I'm just.
Dead ass though, we need more representation within like the YouTuber community. Like I want to see more POCs starting like channels and like actually like academics is.
But he's kind of like not in y'all.
It is different for
Yeah,
sure. It's different
he's
because
different.
it's more like emerging artists in terms of what us three do. But
Y'all
the
hang
hard part
out with
is
the
that-
artists, like y'all more closer. It kind
Well-
of feels more organic. Than
yeah, right. I just seen him going to the mall with Tekashi.
Here's the thing, it's like,
Kashi in a different. He kind of not even. I don't even consider him in that box.
do you want to be
honest.
like, do you want to be the artist or talk about the artist? And like Adam, it's getting closer to maybe he wants to be the artist, got the grill in. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
You know that
his tape
you know
soon.
that like
People ask me to rap so much
you know
now.
that you know that
I will never rap.
Cole is never dropping a mixtape. You know,
Hell
like
no.
he's
There's no
never doing
chance.
that.
He's
So
a nice
it's-
But he
guy.
could. He could put out Lyrical Lemonade album. No jumper shit. Like
I mean, with him,
No,
rapping
no,
on
no,
it.
you know,
With
we
him
got
rapping
music
on it.
coming. Like the no jumper shit. Whatever category people have me and no jumper in right now, everything's gonna change once they find out about the
Yeah,
album and
I've
all the
heard-
shit that's coming from my shit.
I heard some shit. Y'all in for a treat. No
Just
cap.
fucking sucks because it takes so fucking long to make shit happen when you're on the major label side of things.
Yeah, an important thing to know to everyone out there: it takes forever to do anything. So just keep trying.
Especially
No,
in the
no
music
cap.
biz, bro.
No cap.
Everything takes
shit
forever.
long.
It's crazy.
You know how long it took me to sit in here with these Caucasian men?
Not that long. You only know me for like a year.
I only for like, fuck, didn't know you for a
Well, I
year.
mean, you famously came up to me in a fucking party
Yep.
and just said like, "Yo, I'm gonna be on your shows one day," and I was like, yeah. And then,
You laughed that shit off with your beers. Like,
but it's funny because he didn't even tell me until he was actually already like on here. Once he was here, then he was like, "Yo,
That's fucking
one time I
crazy.
walked up to you and said this."
I think I was there for that episode.
Yeah, the first-
Isn't that
Yeah,
hilarious?
my first one.
I think that's so great.
I know, right?
Warms my heart.
Hey, kids out there, you could be up next. So
Hey,
keep telling him that.
whatever kid always comments Hakeem is the GOAT. the kid out there who I think it's you still, kind of low key.
I make all those accounts.
Is Hakeem the GOAT and of what?
Of the what? Oh, my bitch calling me.
No, that doesn't sound right. The bitch part. You having a bitch sounds weird. Did you see Black Panther yet?
Yes, I did. I loved it.
Wakanda. Yeah, I like Black Panther.
Oh, I do too. Yeah, Wakanda. I want to move there.
I went to see it with Xavier, and Xavier said, "Hold the fuck up. These niggas owe me some money."
The straight edge community too is pissed.
That's
their thing.
Oh yeah, shit.
So
maybe.
is Degeneration X.
Yeah.
Suck it.
Hey, Wakanda.
Forever.
I just thought, I don't know like the lore of Black Panther, right? So I don't know all the.
Never knew one thing about it till I seen it.
Right. You know, I knew it was in the Marvel universe.
I used to be crazy into comic books too. I don't remember motherfuckers ever talking about that
I
shit.
want Michael B. Jordan to like be in the next
I
movie.
wish he didn't die. But maybe there's a way. Maybe
superhero movies, death doesn't usually mean
They gave
death.
him that flower. Spoiler alert.
Nobody
There's
ever
flowers.
dies in comic book shit.
I don't know. I don't know if you'll be able to come back from that. But
Here's the thing about Black Panther is this is like I would have recast it a little bit. No offense, all due respect to the casting director, but
You're about to lose me on this. Who the fuck knows their
Tyler,
names?
the creator.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah.
Rihanna would have been in it.
Yeah.
And I would have had Michael B. Jordan be like the main guy.
There was one point where I started laughing to myself, picturing Desto Dubb as the Black Panther.
I would have
Somebody meme that, please.
I just pictured it in my head, and then I just started to like sort of giggle.
Wakanda.
Dude, I would have had.
Wakanda.
I can't believe he didn't make that joke yet. Also, I can't believe he's not here.
Yeah. No, I
Said he was coming.
I think the problem with the only problem I had with Black Panther was that the supporting cast did a better job than actually Chad.
Hey, for the record, Dub did say that he was on his way 20 minutes ago.
No, I think
Oh, and I got a missed call from Little House Phone. He's probably pissed that he's not here.
I would have
Did
put
you-
Seal in it.
no cap because he already has a scar, nigga.
One of the elders, yeah. Like one of the grizzled elders.
Seal. Oh, Seal would look good,
But
man.
look, hey, the SoundCloud joke shows that no cap, they knew about you, nigga. Remember they?
Oh yeah, I know. I was like
Roach.
my life when they
I
made the
was like,
SoundCloud joke.
yo. No, but I think like right now it's like really dope as everything's going on.
What was the
in new
SoundCloud
culture,
joke in there?
man.
They're like, "Oh, are you about to give me your SoundCloud link?" No, I don't want to hear your mixtape. Some shit like that. And like,
he pulled up like a
Leno
rapper.
looks right at me like, "Whoa."
Yeah, I thought about Adam immediately while I was in the.
I hear
movies.
that 8,000 times a day. You know what I thought was the low point of the whole thing? When the girl said, "What are those?"
What are those?
Yeah, no, that
I'm
was
like,
forced.
that is an ancient meme.
But the movie was filmed 2 years ago, whatever, you know. They should.
Was it really?
Well, that's how they film. They
And
don't
it brought
film
up-
movies the day before they come out. I'm just saying, like.
I would have
like
left that shit on the chopping room
was-
floor,
it was
man. That shit
filmed
was
in Atlanta, too.
terrible.
It was probably written like 4 years ago, and then whatever.
You know, like Jamie Foxx and those
Rewrite.
Jamie Foxx and them, like previously they tried to get the movie, but they just wouldn't give it to him. Maybe it was a good thing because they probably would have fucked it up. So I love you, Jamie, but you probably would have fucked it up.
Yeah, like if
people
they had
would-
put me in charge, I would have cast a lot of different rappers in it, and that probably wouldn't have gone over so well.
You had Lil Pump as.
I would have reshot the whole thing as soon as Gucci Gang came out. Now we got to get him in here.
Lil Pump would have been the Black Panther.
But he's not black. Oh, okay, sure. Then how come he keeps saying the N-word?
Lil Pump would have been like, Escada!
Hey, can someone please Photoshop? Never mind.
Lil Pump is a Black Panther.
No, someone did. Didn't he put it on his channel? Or on his Instagram? He put a
didn't
picture of
see
him
that.
in the or it might have been some anime character or some shit. I
Somebody
forget.
else. There was a lot of like really great photoshops of people somebody who's like, I think Brian Pumper had himself in there.
Brian Pumper's a character.
Oh my
bro.
god, Brian Pumper
You
in the
need-
movie
no,
would have
you
been
need on here.
iconic.
You need. He would have been cracking eggs like real African shit. Bitch, look at this.
You want to hear my favorite thing that happened at Rolling Loud is that I was just standing there talking to Draco the Ruler, and I just like gaze. Draco and one or two other people. I just gazed off in the distance. I just go, "That's Brian Pumper," and fucking Draco the Ruler turns around, looks, sees it's Brian Pumper. He goes, "Yeah, it is, but you mad gay for noticing that."
Pumper Self and Adventures.
He said,
He's like, no, he probably didn't say mad because he ain't from New York, but he's like, "You gay for noticing that?" I'm like, "No, Draco, come on,
he
man."
said, you gay for noticing that, nigga.
It was hilarious. That was Draco the Ruler, not on the Juice set at Rolling Loud too. So it's like a totally different dude.
What do you, so what do you feel about the XXL shit coming up, the freshman cover?
You know, I made a whole video saying my predictions, but then like I forgot to say the actual, like I forgot to say the fucking one of the people in it. I didn't include that. So the dude who I had edited the entire thing, and it's like a top 9. So I got to like record another chunk, stick it in there where I talk about Trippie Redd because I fucking have Trippie on my list, spoiler. But I forgot to talk about him when I actually made the video. So that video hasn't come out. And I don't even know if I want to put it out because, to be honest, it's going to hurt some feelings of the people that I fuck with. My political connections is going to hurt some feelings.
Yo. So
what's the name? Monique said your word could be lost sometime when you're sitting in these chairs, you know? It'd be very powerful, you know?
I mean, there is a lot of truth to that in the sense that, like, if you are Charlemagne and you're just sort of throwing paint at the wall, being like, well, it seems like this, it seems like that. His voice is so big and so powerful that there is a lot of authority that comes with it. I felt her when she said that, even though
I did too. I got like when she said that, I was like, oh man.
As a whole, I didn't really like buy into most of what she was saying, but
that part definitely stuck out to me because, like, you know, a lot of people like you're definitely in a very dope seat because one day No Jumper will have their own fucking list of the best, you know.
I feel like
we could do it right now. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
We want to do our own?
No. Hold on. Last year's list, right? Can someone look it up, or we'll look it up? Like,
I'll look it up right now.
How are they all doing now?
I will give you my honest review right now.
Let's see. Like,
I think Tokyo was on it. Tokyo
was on it a year late. He should have been on it the year before. Let's be real.
Yeah. I know Tokyo did good. He had the song with Big Sean. He had the skateboard P.
I got it right here.
He had
Did they get anyone who was like, oh shit, like they really got that one?
All right, here's last year's cover. Kamaya. Let's keep it real. Hasn't done a damn.
Just that
like,
one verse from the YG shit.
But she hasn't blown up since then, and it was a weird choice in the first place.
Forced.
Ugly God. Let's keep it real. His career is not as strong as it was a year ago. So that one.
What has he been doing?
I don't know.
Not.
So he's not putting out shit.
He put out an album. It didn't do well, and it just hasn't. You know, you could tell that he himself is not happy with like where his career went. I think he wanted himself to go way beyond meme rap. I don't know that he should have necessarily like been chasing that serious artist thing because to me it's like meme rap is hot. Like, wouldn't you want to be Tekashi? Like, Tekashi's doing great. If Ugly God had like doubled down on being the funny ass meme rapper, it might have worked out better.
He was like the funnier Lil Yachty.
Like the sillier.
Yachty's doing
Yachty's
not that serious, but
Yachty's brilliant because he's getting all those crazy huge brand deals.
Let's go next. XXX. He of anybody on this list, he was by far the hottest one when this came out, and he's still the hottest one out of any of these people, pretty much.
He's brave. He's bold, bro.
He's still the man.
Fucking bold.
Oh yeah.
You saw that shit he dropped with Drake.
But I mean, in terms of album sales, he did really good.
Really
you know,
good.
granted, he doesn't tour and stuff,
he had like what was his 100 something the first?
No, it wasn't 100.
Was in jail.
It was
70?
something like 60 or 70 or something.
Because Uzi was 100, he was
Uzi
60.
was 120, I think.
Yeah, 120, and then because they were.
Well, let's keep going. A Boogie's still hot.
Yeah.
A Boogie's still hot, and PNB Rock's still kind of hot.
Yeah.
That's still pretty good. Made in Tokyo, I mean, he's still doing good.
Yeah,
but it's
he
like
hasn't eclipsed Uber Everywhere.
Oh no, and I don't know. That's like a really fucking hard thing to do.
Right.
You know?
That's a hard
Skateboard
thing.
P did pretty good though.
That's the curse of having a massive kind of
song,
viral hit. Is that like that's what you're going to be compared to?
Yeah, I got my little boy Comethazine hitting me up. Let me just let him talk for a sec.
La, da, 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 da.
Hey, we on live, so don't say anything crazy. What's up?
How you doing?
We all live. What you doing? We filming a podcast right now.
Got to put my Red Bull on my head.
Oh, my bad. Who's podcast?
My own. Wait, it's like a host chat thing.
This is in honor of Comethazine's exposed.
All right, bet.
What you doing?
Let me go to the studio.
Oh, all right. I'll hit you when we're done. I might be done a little early enough to stop by.
All right, bro, bet.
All right, later, bro. That's my pick right there. I don't know that he's definitely not going to make the double XL cover. And I just want to say for anybody who's hating, he did not lose that sketcher one time. It stayed on his head the whole time.
He seems like a funny, nice young man.
Love him. We've been hanging out like every day.
Good personality.
Yeah, I'm like low key like co-managing him. Ooh, I don't know that I didn't even like put my name on the paperwork yet, but there is paperwork being developed right now. So you know that's
talking about paperwork.
I'm invested in the success of Comethazine. That's like I signed on. I'm gonna help him. I'm gonna take that kid to the top.
To the TOP.
Top. All right, let's keep going on this list. Playboy Cardi, obviously, like
megastar.
just the
now.
cool factor has carried him.
So cool.
Still
He's
cool.
just cool.
Like what was that? What was that fucking AWGE?
Og?
Is that how you pronounce that?
called Og.
White person. Okay, let's keep going here.
Ding, 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 ding.
The people asking you what AWGE
It's owned by
is
Rocky.
like the whitest shit period
No,
these days.
they're like their volume 2 tape or whatever. You know,
Oh, the
like,
little snippet he had for Foreign.
Oh my god!
Fire.
Oh
Period.
my god!
You got that mixtape coming.
And he said, and everyone keeps talking about the second project coming out. And his big problem, what he said, was like, when he works with artists is that he doesn't like when artists give the sauce away. Like he like to lock in with one producer. So I'm excited to see what producer kind of like like.
Hey, I'd just like to throw this out there that Chris Long has failed us. He did not update the thumbnail for this video.
That's what I was trying to do it from this, and I couldn't get to that.
Chris Long.
Cardi's number one
Wasn't
coolest.
working from the app or the Creator Studio app.
Chris Long.
Wait, we.
I don't even care. I don't care how many people are watching it.
Hey, Chris Longers.
We'll change it once we start the actual like streaming part. Okay, but let's just finish this up. Then when you got Amine, who I had never even heard of when this list came out, and I don't know what the fuck he's
anime.
yeah. That was a weird labeled out choice in the first place.
Dude, you can buy your way into that list, bro. You
I
obviously
mean, I'm
buy
assuming it's some label shit.
don't
And then
know
you
who
got
that
Cap
is.
G.
Him to this day, he's fucking weird. I don't understand. Like, I don't get it.
I don't
don't get it
really
at
buy
all.
into that whole thing either. And then Kyle, I believe in to a certain
cool.
extent. I fuck with Kyle. Kyle fucks with us actually.
And he had
I heard he wants to get involved.
yeah. Shout out Dylan.
I would do a Kyle interview if you want. Go comment on Super Duper Kyle's fucking Instagram and tell him that No Jumper wants to fuck with him.
Yeah.
Well,
Kyle.
the main thing that impressed me
Well,
with
how
him
does
is I
Dylan
saw
know
him
Kyle?
live. They were in the studio. Saw him again. The Alamo party that I hosted, but I do not go to.
hosting parties. And not showing
I
up.
got faith in Kyle because I seen him live and he was dancing his ass off. I was really impressed.
He's an entertainer. I've always liked him since like high school. I liked his music, and I really that song with him and Yachty like really turned shit up for him.
With Kyle,
career-wise.
yeah, he's. I mean, yeah, the Amine and Cap G thing was sort of weird to me because those are
it's
dudes.
still weird.
I guess you could say that they were bubbling to whatever extent, but I had not even heard
Never
of them
heard
motherfuckers
Nah,
before.
they wasn't bubbling, bro, because niggas never heard.
This
We
this
don't know
whole
you.
thing, but I didn't even know who Kamaya was when that fucking list came out, and then I found out oh she signed to YG. She's on all these songs that you didn't notice her on.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's not a good sign.
She had two songs that "How Do You Feel to Be Rich" and that she was on the remix with Drake.
Hakeem.
Yeah.
There's a picture of you and ASAP Rocky in the store.
Yes.
That's in the vlog that came up today.
That was in the vlog that came out today. First time I met Rocky was with through Xavier, which was through Skepta because Xavier they did the remix.
Shut
of,
down.
Shout out Skep, man. Skep's cool as shit. But he pulled up with, to the studio with Xavier. He put up the studio with Rocky, and they shot the remix, and Rocky was in the video, and he was being cool, dropping gems on us all night.
Desto motherfucking Dubb in here,
Hell yeah.
and Mike from Nexus. Big pints.
Big pies.
Pouring this shit out. We having a whole lot of this shit. Yeah. I'm in the rental.
Let's get Dubb a chair so he can sit right here. What's happening, Mike? You living, brother?
The pint and the rental.
Let's get my Desto Dubb right here.
Okay. Or,
No, you can just sneak past me.
but yeah, I met him at then.
The juice, man.
In a Gucci shirt.
Big Dub. Is that Chinatown or is that Gucci?
Gucci.
A little bit of both.
Okay, that's how we like. But yeah.
Hey, can we also get a time check? How long have we been on this? Does it say right there?
An hour and 1 minute.
Swipe
1
up.
hour,
Is
okay.
that one of them swipe up? No.
Yeah.
No.
How
How you living? Big pints.
You sipping lean? I see the cheeks.
That's what I said to him too. I'm like, you drinking lean, huh?
I see the cheeks. I see the grill.
The
You
fuck
don't
is
let that
Acorn?
change, man. Don't let the cloud change you.
How you
man.
drinking Acorn?
God damn.
What's Acorn?
Acorn is the new tech, man.
Oh,
Shit.
is it?
It's still made by high tech, but I guess they just got tired of seeing high tech, hashtag high tech, hashtag high tech. That's the whole name of a company. So they just changed the name of this actual formula to Acorn so they can start saying Acorn.
That's
But
genocide in a bottle for the record. You're killing the community. Out. How do you
I'm
feel
not
about that?
killing Shit. If you can't afford it, you ain't dying.
Yo, how about
Rich die slow.
Dubb posting pictures? He wrote, I'll kick this old Korean man before I kick the cup. Just takes a photo with some random old guy.
Vietnamese man, he's like, you stop drinking too? I said, look here, motherfucker, I'll kick you before I kick my motherfucker.
I'll kick Hakeem before I kick the cup.
Y'all know I'm on when I have a chain that's the actual size of the pint. Like I'm gonna have a pint chain
Damn.
the size of a pint. It's gonna say on the back. It's gonna say actual size of pint.
Hey, you are one of the hottest managers in the Pimp country right now because you got Pimp P on the roster.
Hey,
regular.
man, 2088,
It's
man, we
regular.
coming up. Man, me and Pimp P. Well, Pimp P has a show tonight. You know, he's my number one artist right
So you can
now.
go grab him and then go to the show?
He's at my house getting dressed. I spent all day getting his wardrobe together, getting him a
Regular.
haircut. You know, I take
Regular.
care of my
Real
artists.
superstar shit.
DM me if you want to be a star.
Regular.
Shit don't come out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
your hood is fucked up. Your hood be clowning on rappers that were good friends of the show. The whole hood done wore that chain.
Yeah. Everybody with the chain. I was just talking to them. He said, look, so like I could really blow up off of this? Like, I'm like, if you market it right, bro, you feel me? He like, yeah, I should shoot a video, huh? I'm gonna shoot a video, but do I need the chain to shoot the video? I said, bro, the chain is all of the leverage you need. Man, fuck this shit. It's only 10K anyway. I said, oh, it ain't 24 karat. He said, man, the chain 14 karat and the charm is 10 karat. I'm like, damn. Fake flexing. No.
Horrible. You should be thrown in jail.
Have you visited Wakanda yet?
Yeah.
Wakanda, no, but I do like Walk Express on Slauson and Crenshaw. Is my favorite Chinese
Have you seen
spot.
Black Panther?
Have you seen Black Father?
No, I'm waiting
Black
for
Father,
my
you just
Wednesday
called it?
matinee.
Huh?
Waiting for Wednesday, $6. I've been waiting. Last Wednesday was sold out, so this Wednesday I feel like I got a shot.
Well, for the record, the place in the movie that's like a secret world that you can't see is called Wakanda.
Yeah, somebody said I was in there.
No cap.
Bruh, I was watching it and I just started to picture you as the Black Panther and I was literally just laughing in the fucking movie theater.
Whoa, you guys sound so much louder with these on.
Yeah.
Take one off like I'm in the booth.
It's regular.
So how's life though? Yo, Hakeem just got back from the
just
Xavier
got
Wolf
off
tour,
tour.
had a life-changing experience.
yeah.
You had a life-changing experience on the Little Pump tour.
Yeah, well, my first one was the No Jumper show. No
Damn.
Jumper
True,
Trail
you went on
Rock
that
Band,
tour,
you feel me?
but Little Pump, that's a
whole
nationwide.
Yeah, that's like going from like a fucking like kayak to like a yacht.
Oh yeah, we was rinky dink. we was pulling up in the 18 or the 15 passenger. Now you all of a sudden
15 passenger with 16 people, 20 bags, a whole bunch of farts,
Yeah.
2 pints of
way
lean.
too many farts, storing the farts in our sweatpants, just cramming
It was-
them all
it
in
was-
there.
It was so bad that the girls were like, "We're just gonna meet you at the next city. We can't ride with you guys."
There wasn't no room to handle girls in the first place.
Yeah, we brought too many
It
bitch.
girls.
wasn't even a conversation. You couldn't throw a bitch in the van.
Lap up.
You guys had every seat in the van taken.
Easily.
Every row, every seat.
Because Pump and Perp brought like 6 different fucking people that like weren't even supposed to be there, so it was so much more crowded than we thought it was gonna be.
That was their first tour ever, huh?
Yeah.
Together, I'm pretty sure.
They both had less than 100,000 followers on
Can
that
we
tour.
get a
Isn't that
Pump?
crazy?
How's Pump doing?
He's good. Shit, I just talked to him.
Pump update.
Let's see what my boy is doing.
Yo, he did like a 3-hour live stream with Act the other day.
What
Lil
you doing,
Pump.
ho? Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Yo, we on live stream right now.
My boy just wanted to say hi and show off his grill.
Pointing at the mic.
All right, love you, nigga. Bye.
He said he can't talk that much?
Yeah.
He
Why?
instantly answered that. That was like half a ring. It was boom.
Well, that says a lot about his relationship with Desto
Let's
Dubb.
see if Xavier answers. No, he won't.
I
Why-
can call my girlfriend
hey,
right now and be like,
Why
hey,
do you say he
Rich.
can't talk that much? Just because
I'm not sure. You know,
he's probably doing some weird shit.
my boy.
He tried to call me, and I think you were with him the other day at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't pick up because I was sleeping.
You sleep? Yeah, you do.
You sleep. I get like 8 hours a night, bro.
Damn.
He do-
I
he
be
don't
gunning
smoke
for
that
9.
much. He don't even smoke that much no more.
I don't smoke
I
that
know,
much
nigga.
anymore.
Cap.
Nah, for real. I was in the studio the other day with Perp and Comethazine, and then you came, and I was there for like 8 hours. I didn't smoke.
Yeah. You
I'm
know,
a
you did it.
bitch.
You didn't smoke. I know. I seen him biting his lip like. I'm just gonna go over to the next room.
You were over there selling Act 250 a line.
No,
Acorn.
it was 300 a line.
Oh, you don't want to talk about the bargains.
Don't be saying my price is 300 a line for Act, 75 a line for Walk, 75 a line for Red, 75 a line for your mama.
All that.
All that. Pimp P verse 1200.
You got to listen to the Pimp Pimp P song with Desto Dubb. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great.
Yeah, we about to perform it tonight.
I
you know,
just bought a pint and I only spent
this is
$8.
what most people don't realize. Since he's my brother, if you book him, you get me free as well.
Damn.
That's my Bells bondsman calling. Hey, shout
Rambo.
out Second Chance Bells bond. I posted some money earlier, so I know he calling. Like, what's up, nigga? I got you, bro. I'm gonna call you in a second, though.
That's what Dubb exposed interview coming out real soon.
Big dub.
Damn.
I'm flexing like I'm Triple X.
You don't know this yet, but that's the Wakanda thing.
song, dude. That's Black Panther.
That's what they
It's
do.
in my blood.
Yeah, see, you knew. That's why I thought you should have been in the movie.
Hey, wait, go like this.
You go like this.
My tattoo.
Walk
Oh!
Yo, Dub.
It just says Dubb.
He was in the movie, nigga.
Oh, shit.
I gotta
He
ask
really
you
did.
the movie, man.
What does it say in there? Just Dubb?
This dub.
Oh, okay.
Dub, you was in the
from
fucking
Wakanda.
movie. You got the key to Wakanda, nigga.
I do be watching all the little funnies. Well, I am not lit. I show up where I want to show up.
You know
I don't even want to say nothing, but it kind of looks like you got pubic hair stuck in your teeth.
You know that flower juice
Probably
right
eating
here?
some pussy earlier.
That's the flower juice from Wakanda.
Bro.
Oh, that's vibranium.
Oh my god.
I got a vibranium pint.
No vibranium in your mouth, nigga. No cap.
I'm serving vibranium dick.
Whoa, that's that biker shit. Y'all gotta excuse.
Biker shit.
He rode bikes for a long time.
How you just
pretty
peel?
small?
How you just peel off like 5 different labels and it's still got the same label under it? Damn, there's a lot I don't know about this
That's how we
shit.
flexing in 2000.
It's real, baby.
28.8.
Wow, look at that. That's a lot of instructions. You follow those every time.
That's an awful lot of instructions.
Every time he pours up, he reviews that.
No, I just take them and I just take them off and I put them on the wall like that. I just got a gang of these on my wall like that.
Amazing.
Wow.
Anyway,
Damn.
you ever served Brian Pumper a pint?
Hey, I see that nigga on the train one time.
Everybody, whenever you mention Brian Pumper, I seen him on the train
Bro
one
was on
time.
the train cracking bitches. You see, bro walking. Bro looked like the police on that motherfucker.
Looking for bitches.
This your ticket.
You're looking for IDs. How old are you, bitch?
Amazing.
When will you turn 18?
Are you and Pumper cool now?
I've never actually met up with him.
Would you interview him if you had the chance?
Hell yeah, I would interview him. I don't think he wants to interview because he might have to deal with the reality of who he is.
Hell no, that'd get him so much pussy. Bro only thinks pussy, pussy, pussy. Anything
Yeah.
that's gonna get, even if it embarrasses him and it gets him pussy, he does not give a fuck.
That's weird being around
Is
these
he still
porn
like a
people
porn
because
star?
porn people,
Yeah, bro.
porn people are too horny. They act weird because all they want to do is fuck. It's like it makes me realize like I'm not that horny. I'm not as horny as these people.
He's like, you know what? I'm not gonna go.
Hey, and I'm way hornier than like Robesman, who's having sex like once every 3 weeks and shit. But
No cap.
All cap. Tell him, Roseman, we out here fucking bitches in the DMs and all that shit.
Hey,
You better check Roseman DMs, bitch.
Roseman gives his bitches, not his bitches, his female
Thank you.
cheeses to get her in the mood.
cheeses and wine, yeah.
Cheeses and wine.
Hot fries and high tech over here. Yeah,
Ice cream. I'm gonna have an ice cream truck to sell in.
I like that. Honestly, I don't see anything wrong or illegal about that at all.
Then it's gonna play my song when it's driving. Foes, eights, a pine or a deuce.
And
Juice
the
man
pine
outside,
all
mama
goes.
needs 65.
It's the juice man. Hold up,
Man.
Deuce, it's the juice man.
We lit out here.
Let's play a game. How much do y'all think this is? Oh, we don't have nothing to measure it with, huh?
What is it? Well, it's like half of it.
I got a
What's
big
it?
rank.
Looks like an 8.
It's a 9 or 8 or
9
something.
Or
Yeah.
8, 9 or 8. I think it is.
$900.
Yeah, it's about like a 36. I don't know.
So Roseman, for the record, that could cost you upwards of like $600.
Hold on. Let me do
That
my.
would be an expensive cough to have. I feel like I could just
If
probably
you
go.
coughing and drinking this, then
You fucked up.
You fucked up. Let's see. So 65 times 9, carry 2.
65 by 9.
Okay. 585. Just about a
Is there-
65 by
Can
line.
we get some juice history? Like, who was the first person to drink that and realize they get high?
Albert Einstein,
Albert Einstein.
first
just
one to
learned
ever
some
drink
shit
juice.
Damn.
I'm just kidding.
So we about to make like, you know how they had like 420? I'm about to make like a national lean day.
Oh.
I'm working on it right now.
should
I'm
kick
talking
the
to a
cup.
few people.
Kick the cup.
Kick what?
Kick the cup.
I'm gonna kick him. Like literally, I'll kick this
what?
fucking
Only
Kick
thing
me
I
under
kick
the
is-
table.
and kick the fuck out of him.
I only
Was,
kick it like binging.
You kicking it? I've been
Kicking
kicking it. If you want it, you can come get it. I got the juice.
Oh, QC.
No comment on who, but somebody might be serving a pee in this building right now.
Vicinity of the peas. and
Officer?
peas.
Don't tell anybody. Officer? Shh. Officer Long. Watch
So
out.
long.
What do we?
Off-duty
All
ass
right,
cop.
we're getting close to our hour and a half limit. What should we cover before we remove yourself? Robesman, I'm guessing you have a lot of questions for Desto Dubb, given that you know nothing about black culture.
Yeah, well, no, I know about Desto because we like met on the podcast last time.
Yeah, that's my boy.
But like, I like Desto's rise to like becoming an entertainer.
Hey, man, I feel like 50 Cent right now. All I gotta do is just really kill somebody's career, and then I'm 50. Next thing you know, I'm going Showtime.
No cap.
Power.
How do you like? My question is, do you think it's better to be like being a musician now? Is better to be a like overall entertainer than just like someone who just makes good music?
He does it all.
Well, let's see. It's probably, you got to do it all. Not do it all, but you got to be an entertainer. Nobody just want to listen to a person say some fucking words out of his mouth. That's just like if fucking Robesman can fucking spit fucking bars. Nobody gives a fuck. They want to see a story.
Yeah.
You know, so if you can
That's
entertain them before you can rap, it's better than rap before you can entertain.
Yeah, Desto has a story.
You feel me? So like right now, you know, the best artists in the world are people that are entertaining first.
Yeah.
And Pimp
feel
P is your little brother.
Little brother raised and born.
The first time I seen it was like Ian Connor posted a video on Instagram. and then
when
P-
Hesh and them was in the studio. and they
Didn't
recorded
you
them.
make him take that down?
Yeah, I had to press Ian kind of take that shit down before I see you next time backstage. I'm gonna have a problem, bro. I had my brother up like that. Take Cuz down.
Remember what Plum said about Ian Connor that one time?
Oh yeah, they don't fucking
Yeah,
They squashed that, right?
They squashed
Yeah.
that though.
But that was mad funny. The video of
That
Pump and
was
Perp going in on him. It was so funny.
And then Bari calls fucking Perp right after.
Who?
Bari called him.
Yeah, they put a picture up of on FaceTime.
I don't even remember.
That video though showed Pump's powers, man.
Who?
Because if you went to Ian Connor's comments
Not a
after
fan?
Pump said that,
You don't like ASAP Bari?
Oh no, I fuck with boy. That's my boy.
Oh. Then who
I
we
just didn't
talking
hear
about?
what you were saying. I couldn't hear you.
oh, that's your.
You know what? This is why the Adam22 Show exists, is because I want to show off my eclectic friend group. I got people like Desto Dubb, I got Robesman, I got Hakeem. We weird, we different, you know?
It's a
I got
We
diamonds
rolling
in
in
my
Reynolds
teeth.
with tint, and I gotta take it off when I turn it back in.
It's
Thank you, Fizzle.
regular.
You put tints just for the rental, and then you gotta take it back off.
Yeah, I don't need nobody to see
Gonna
me. in
leave
Reynolds
residue
sliding.
all over the windows and shit.
Tint the rental, dude. That's a crazy flex.
Dub is so amazing because he's on his Instagram story just in court and he's just mocking the cops, filming their guns, just talking shit.
Oh my God, it's so many guns in the car. I was like, you supposed to feel safe in this motherfucker when every other motherfucker got a burner on their hip with a clip in it?
Yo, you see
Like,
all those guns
damn.
that Herbo got caught with?
Oh my God.
Got some wild ass
Didn't
guns.
NBA but YoungBoy could just go to jail?
Yeah, but that was
Everybody
just
going
for-
to jail. That's what I'm saying.
for-
Stay home, people. Catch an Uber. Do your thing. Stop riding out here sliding. It's not worth it, man.
Didn't somebody just got rid of all the gangsters around him? Fuck, some rapper. Rollo? Damn.
Rollo?
Rollo, right? That
Well, he was just saying that.
Pop shit,
I'm
pop
gonna-
shit, 12 don't stop shit.
He was saying some shit about like, I'm gonna have everything legal around me because the cops keep
Yeah.
fucking with me. Blah blah blah.
Legalize y'all gun, young black men out there.
I mean, it's pretty like well documented that Rollo was like a heroin kingpin, and that's all he fucking talks about. So
Dog food.
dog food.
Dog food.
Rollo,
Yeah, it feels
Mr.
like
Dog
it takes
Food.
like 6 days to get an AR-15 license.
Make sure,
you know.
make sure your shooter is legal. He got rights to bear arms. You know, Adam's shooter is legal.
Chris Long, the
Chris
longer.
Long.
You don't have a concealed carry though.
Chris Longer, gang.
Right here with the Crips.
You sound like what's the name on the Bad and Bougie right there.
Wait, what's the part?
Damn, when is the Migos interview coming up?
Yo, when is that happening?
They better be ready to give me a good ass interview though. I don't want no bullshit interview. Half the time they do interviews, they don't even talk.
It don't matter. As long as you get one of them academics ones in there, you good.
Real talk though is that real talk though is that we did a whole piece about 1017 as a label, and we got a collaboration coming out with 1017, and then the Gucci interview about to happen. So like I'm finally gonna achieve tranquility through Todd
Gucci
Moskowitz
interview,
and
that's
Gucci Mane LaFleur, Radrick Davis.
The closest
you
thing
might
I ever got to,
ascend from clout,
to
bro.
meeting Gucci was when I wore a Pump 1017 chain. And I'm like,
But I feel like I could really
white
get one of
bricks,
those.
white tan
He
bricks.
sent one to Perp too. I feel like I need one.
From Gucci.
Yes,
He
Gucci.
trying to sign everybody.
I need the 1017 chain,
No,
kid.
Gucci just know who rolling. If you're not about to roll, like if he knows, like if you look at Gucci all the way from the beginning, you know everybody say like if you hot, Gucci be like let's make some shit, like let's do it.
I feel like I'm hot.
Cause he had Thug too. He
Like, he
Thug
has
signed.
everyone,
Yeah.
Thug,
Signed
Chief,
Thug.
fucking
Walker.
everybody, Walker, bro. Who
Did he sign
did it?
Thug for like 15 grand? Was
He
that
signed him
story?
and then he
Not
gave
a
his
lot.
contract up.
But that's not really
When
that
he was
bad.
in
Like
jail.
right now, if you give Pimp P fucking 15 bands, it'll be like, what? You believe in me? It's not like you signing a
that's
cheap
true.
dude. It's like I'm just giving you this to say that I believe in you. This ain't all
Rappers,
you gonna make. You feel me?
rappers don't sign to some random dude for 15 grand.
All I'm saying, if you
What
have
about
no
Gucci?
clout, take the 15.
Yeah.
Take the 15 because you never know where that motherfucker is gonna take you.
Yeah.
That person not just giving you 15 to sign you. He giving you 15 to say I'm gonna fuck with you and I'm gonna make you to where you need to be.
Yeah, but
wouldn't
it
be no
also
Kid
depends a
Cudi
lot on
without
what that
Kanye.
contract is. You got to show that shit to a lawyer and get some real opinions on what that
Hold on,
contract
Dubb's
says.
got a really good point. So
Like some people's style.
Roseman's
is
seen
so
the music
raw.
business.
Some people's style is so raw that you can't just bust out and say like, "Oh, this is my style." It's gonna take you fucking 5-10
Develop,
years
yeah,
to
to develop
get
it.
your fans up.
Nah,
So
get hot on
sometimes you
your
gotta
own.
attach yourself.
Get hot on your own
Who
before
really
you
gets
sign a
hot on their
fucking.
own?
A lot of people.
Ooh, come
Don't
on,
sign
bro.
no slave
Come on,
deal.
bro.
That's all I'm
Keep it
saying, bro.
100. I get that.
Yeah.
But
White
I'm
man's
saying
telling
don't
you not to
sign.
do it.
Just give them a verbal agreement.
Ooh.
Oh, ain't nobody
nigga
giving you
is
15K for a
smart,
verbal
bro.
agreement.
15K verbal agreement. I didn't sign shit to this man.
like Pump wasn't 18 when he signed, so he's got his master's back.
I've actually
now.
never talked to Pump about that. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's like so huge to get your master's.
If
back,
that
dude, control
happened the
your
way
own
that it
destiny,
said it happened, yeah,
Bro
it's
is a
insane.
fucking guru.
that's
all I'm saying.
genius.
Well, genius in that it was a complete and total mistake and it just happened. But
I think he got lucky.
It's on the label, dude.
I think he just kind of like,
I don't know.
I
bro.
heard-
I think it was like master planning with his management team.
Like-
And they're like
Yeah,
one
yeah,
of the
yeah.
best management team. It has nothing to do.
I heard
with
that
like
Pump
this person
found
or that
out.
person. It's the management team.
Pump found out when we found out, like the day when it was on the news.
I don't know. But
That's
I'm
what
just
I
saying.
heard.
That's the mastermind.
No,
you feel me? If
he's
I could
very
put
lucky
something
to
like
get
that
his
with Pimp
masters
P,
back.
that would be beautiful as fuck.
Yeah, he's very lucky to get his masters back. That's a lot of money, man.
Well, there's the two
Back, I
paths.
don't
So,
think they ever got on shit.
Adam, the path you're talking about is like control everything, build your core, get hot on your own. You get your deal when you get really hot, and then you get a big fucking chunk of
you
money.
still need
But Dubb's
cosigns,
thing isn't bad. Like if you really like believe in someone to push you to the next level, you might have 1 million followers, millions of plays, have no money, but after a couple years, your deal's over, and then you control your shit.
Yeah, well, I'm saying
That's what most
attach
people-
on to people. I'm not saying doing deals with people. Don't sign shit.
Okay,
Don't sign motherfucking shit, bro. But like, if you booming and somebody believe in you, shit, and you fuck with them people and their character and how they are, then let them motherfuckers help you.
But if they really believe in you, sign a management contract and give them a
No,
percentage
they
of your
really believe-
earnings because you
No,
presumably don't have any
What do you
earnings
mean?
yet.
What are you
If you're a
signing
real
shit?
nigga, like
Signing a management deal is way safer than signing a label deal.
Yeah, you could do that too, but I'm just saying, don't sign shit.
Like, look what Pump did in the beginning. He signs with Lights, and then they negotiate his deals, and that's worked out pretty well for him. But if he had just signed to a
But
label
most artists
first,
out here aren't fucking 17. Most
yeah, but he
artists
would have
are
got
like
raped in the
20
ass if he signed to a label without the management helping him.
He wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
get your
would've.
lawyer first. Get,
Or
get
hit
your
up
manager.
Robesman. Hit up a nice.
Yo, this
Reddit
is how I know
Caucasian
that
guy.
Dubb is super hood is because everybody that he follows is on live. Like when I look at it, it's not everybody on live up at the
Everybody's
top.
smoking a backwood.
But well, actually, you also follow like 4,000 people, 3,000. So that probably has part
Yeah,
to do
bro,
with it
get
too.
it right. 3 and 4 is 2 different categories.
Totally.
I only follow like 300.
Let's talk about the Instagram ratio because I've been thinking about that a lot. I think that's why Drake's winning. That's the basis of his entire career is that he follows like 1,500 people on
he
Instagram.
does.
He's a giver.
He shows
He
love.
gives back.
Bro, he's smart, bro. These
Bro,
niggas is
different shit
smart.
work for different people. You can't say everything gonna work for somebody. Some people get signed to shit and they sit on the fucking shelf for 3 years. Some people get signed, drop the fucking super hot ass song. Now they getting negotiating deals. So you can't really tell a person how to go about their shit. You feel me? Just everything you do, think about it. You feel me? And remember, you really don't need nobody for shit. You don't need nobody for shit. You can start all this shit in your backyard. But if you do use somebody to get to where you're going, make sure y'all have a verbal agreement. I'm not saying sign papers. Just be like, look, you fucking with me, I'm not going to forget you. But I'm not signing that, bro. Because if I got to sign that, I mean, you don't trust my word to fuck with you.
If you communicate and be decisive, like communication is decisive. So
Yeah,
if you communicate
you know
the right way, like, yo,
And
bro,
make sure you stand up and talk. Don't
Yeah,
just sit back
being
there and be
able to
like, well, I
communicate.
thought. Don't
Yeah.
think niggas talk about that shit.
You know how
Be
to
like,
communicate.
hold on, Art, because you're paying for this studio time, do this mean you own this? Or are you just paying for this because you fuck with me?
Yeah,
Right, that's a
how
really,
you
really, really
communicate.
good point.
You
Communication
feel me?
is decisive.
Are you buying me these
Tell me.
clothes because you think you own me? Or are you buying these clothes because you
wanna
fuck
see
with
me
me?
better and,
Or
like,
are you
put me
buying
up?
these clothes so you can go to somebody else and say, this is my
What
artist?
is? Yeah, you're right.
You know,
You gotta
like some
communicate
people
that.
see shit, like you'll see a car go past, you be like, I'm just gonna look the way. No, look at that motherfucker, walk up to the car, knock on the window, see what the fuck is going on. Don't just think, oh, well, that wasn't nobody. No, you gotta know everything that's rolling if you're gonna be in it. Ain't no time for no bitches. You feel me? Don't be no bitches, because bitches get pimped.
Do you
No
feel like,
bitches.
Adam, do you feel like Drake
2018.
is really winning with his ratio? Because I feel like he's probably tried to sign a lot of artists that haven't signed to him.
Only Bryson didn't try to.
But I'm saying he's
Because he
He
goes
lost
straight to the
Bryson.
boom.
listen. All I'm saying is that it's way too popular right now to unfollow everybody and only follow 5 people, and it's like representative of like real things. Like Drake fucks with everybody. He's giving back and stuff,
Okay,
and that's helping his career. And then a lot of people now, as soon as they start to get hot, they unfollow everybody. I'm starting to get into the mentality of maybe I don't want to follow 100. Maybe I want to follow 200 to 300. Maybe I want to do 400.
Yeah.
Because you want to know what it is like Supreme Patty put me on game. He goes, how likely your shit is to make it to the Explore page has a lot to do with how many big
out my
verified
boy, Supreme
accounts
Patty.
follow you. And if those big verified accounts follow you and they like your shit and comment on your shit early on, then that's what's going to get your stuff to the Explore page.
Gelato in the sky.
So having a lot of friends, like high profile friends, most of these people aren't going to follow you back unless you follow them.
No cap. Bro, not lying.
It makes a lot of sense. That's
Yo,
why.
different marketing skills for everybody.
That's why I asked
Everything
Bad
don't work
Baby
for
right
people.
here. I was like, yo, you want to collab on a follow back? He's like, okay.
That'll last a week.
No.
No.
She's like my second most popular follower besides Drake.
Yeah, but you had to ask for that follow.
Big deal.
Big deal.
She liking my photos. I'm up.
All right.
Oh, yeah, one like, your shit.
My bitch got like 50,000 followers when she was super tiny because Uzi liked one of her photos,
Yeah, and
That was back
let
when
that be the
Instagram was
only
great.
photo they liked for the day too,
and then he unliked it.
Oh, man.
because he knew you was.
I used to
it's
think.
your girl.
I used to think
Nah, probably 'cause he had a
I-
bitch.
I know. I be with these people with the most million, trillion, fucking whatever, billion, fucking followers and shit. And like, what works for them won't work for you. You feel me? Like
Yeah,
for a
nigga,
minute,
I
I was doing the whole one pose, only professional post. But nigga, I'm a hood nigga. That shit ain't me. I ain't no
That's what
fucking
I'm
person. I need you. They want to see everything. They want to see who I'm selling the lean to. They want to see who I'm getting it from. They want to see where the fuck I'm hanging out at.
And that's why
they
the
wanna
story's
see me
great,
at the
too.
EBT building.
Story's
They wanna
great
see
because
me
you can
on
do the
tour.
less high quality shit as well. But I agree. The whole thing of like, oh, I'm gonna put one post every 4 days. Like, yeah, if you're low pump, all right, maybe that's all you have to do. But if you're fucking trying to make it, you gotta post a lot.
What's up, Adam? Are you gonna drop the In the Field video by Pimp P and me?
Of course, is it done?
It's ready.
Put her in a field like a child at daycare.
Put her in the field. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I just bought a pint and I only spent 8. If real lean niggas know, like, you spent 8, can you get another one? Can I get one? You trying to go half?
So a pint for 8 is great.
Pint for 8 is beautiful.
But 16 times 70 is you're not making that much money, right?
It ain't really like, you know.
It's not about money. It's about the love of the
Love of the game.
Yeah. You know,
how long does the
it's
pint
about
last?
never ever dressing like a nigga like you.
What's that from?
That's off of Paid in Full.
Yes, there you go.
How long does
Okay.
that last you, personally?
What do you mean sipping?
Yeah.
It all
Robesman.
depends, bro. It all depends who I'm hanging out
What
with.
does
where
that
I'm
feel
at,
like?
Who am I trying to impress? You feel me? Like, shit, I pull up on the east side. I ain't even pulling this out.
The
You feel
East.
me?
Yeah.
But like, shit, if I'm fucking pulling up somewhere in Beverly Hills, nigga, I'm big cap Jack, nigga. I'm pulling a 4 and a 20
said,
out.
"Oh, no."
Nigga, what? Nigga, I'm the juice man.
A pint has a very
Nigga
big
like
value
Oprah
to.
out there.
He has a value that is not the same type of value that
That's
it is
interesting,
to
okay.
a real drug dealer. Like you can have an 8 ball of cocaine, but you can't flex that. You got a pint, you can flex it because nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gonna arrest you for having a pint unless they
hurry up.
really
Get some on your
catch
head.
you slipping.
Name Jab.
My name's Jeff.
Lean Pong coming to a city near
Oh.
you.
I
I'm
knew
trying
that
to get a
was
lean pong competition in South by Southwest.
Hey, I saw
Let's
you.
kick the cup.
Tell
the
Maxo
legend-
Cream, nigga, I'm trying to play Maxo.
Oh, I just cracked my phone doing that.
No, I did that one time and spilled the whole 8.
Hey,
like
you
it
lit-
fell
you
and the
rich,
top
nigga.
fell
Show
off.
I need a new phone anyway, so I'm actually kind of happy I just did that.
Wow.
Damn,
You
dude.
rich,
That's
nigga.
not an iPhone 10.
Can you Can you believe that
Niggas
just
is buying
happened?
grills and not upgrading their phone.
Yo, I'm pretty sure my forward-facing camera is donezo after that too. Yo, look at this. Look at my phone. Oh yeah, look at that.
That's kind of
Oh my God.
Yo, no, crack phones like that. How you think people diamonds be smacking? They'll be all recorded on crack shit.
Damn, I've been meaning to get a new phone for months, and I've just been being lazy about it. That's actually kind of cool. I'm kind of happy I did that because it's gonna really motivate me.
There's no way you're happy about that. You're
No, I
pissed.
am. You think I give a fuck about a fucking
If I did
$800
that
phone?
right now, nigga, I'd be stressing. Nigga.
I'd be crying.
I'd be,
I wipe my ass with $800.
oh my god, what am I
my
gonna do?
girl-
I just bought a phone and it only cost $8.
That's it.
What should we wrap up before we finish this podcast since we are nearing the end of our journey?
Drugs don't kill people. People kill people.
Wow, I
Guns
like
don't
that.
kill
That's actually good. That's a good motto.
Drugs don't kill people. People kill
Texas
people.
gas.
Oh yeah, shout out to Nexus Gas, Nexus Cannabis Co. We've been fucking with them for a long ass time.
Hey man, I've been fucking with Nexus since I've been selling half a line.
The owner looks like a leaned out Aziz Ansari, and we lit. No, you know what? That's what I've been watching. I've been watching Master of None, season 2.
Did you start watching it
That
after
shit
the
hard.
rape allegations or?
I don't give a fuck about those allegations. Those allegations are so bullshit. It sounds like a motherfucker who's just not that great at getting pussy.
Pussy.
Aziz innocent.
If you in LA around April 20th, make sure y'all pull up to the next because we about to turn this motherfucker out.
Hey.
I think I'm gonna have your
Harvey
bitch, your
Weinstein,
mama, your
innocent.
auntie.
No, he's
No, but that was the best tweet ever when fucking Kanye said Bill Cosby innocent. Yo, that shit changed my whole outlook on life, bro.
My nigga Adam said, huh?
Like, oh, you can just do that?
I missed. Kanye played him and Pusha T unreleased music for 2 hours in a studio, and I had an invite, and I missed it.
Oh yeah, hey, Adam. I have a what is it? I have a pitch for a show I want to put on your channel.
Pitchfork?
Pitch.
Oh, a pitch for a
Y'all ever
show.
seen that show, Comedians with Cars?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
I want to flip it and do rappers with lean.
I love
We
it.
drive around looking for
Rappers
sodas.
and
We find a
go-karts,
soda.
getting juice.
Then after we pull up, they tell me how they pull up. Probably even smoke some exclusive Nexus cannabis.
What about Adam? What about the I'll do a pitch. You probably will hate it. But like, what about like since I got on tour? What about?
Shocker, it's about me.
look. It'd be funny because look, imagine you had rappers come in here and tell tour stories, like horror tour stories, like the crazy shit that happened on tour.
I mean, everyone asks about that shit. Like, you got to go. This is an idea that like is going next level because it's like you're doing something and you're talking very, very specific.
Yeah.
But like every interview is gonna be like, what's your? And every radio interview too. Like every radio shock check.
okay.
Yo, what's the crazy shit that happens on tour? Well, one time we took a fish and blah blah blah.
Yeah, it might not translate.
Damn.
What do you think that happened on tour that was so great? And also the thing is that most of the good shit that happened on tour, you ain't really allowed to talk about it because motherfuckers got girlfriends and
That's why I'm
it's
saying-
illegal.
No.
Who that?
Here's the
It's
show,
crazy.
Hakeem. Here's the show.
Say what up.
LC Jarrett friend.
up.
No, we got to get off
on the
this shit
line.
and get back on the live
shit, it's
stream before I
regular. It's
fucking
regular.
die of hypothermia.
All right, go to the show tonight. We're live right now.
We're gonna go. Yeah. We're just got to wrap it up real quick, and I got to hit
No, tell
the button that
everybody
says
out there
stop
to go to
recording.
the show.
To what?
Isn't there a show?
Oh, in
In
Riverside.
Riverside.
Yeah, go to Riverside.
I want everybody in Riverside to put up to the Seville, wherever the fuck this shit is. Look it up. It's on my Instagram, Desto Dubb.
Yeah, we on some real bougie shit. We would never even consider going to Riverside.
No cap.
Why are you touching my arm? You're trying to hold hands with me. You gay?
We Riverside bound.
Yeah, we Riverside
boys.
gang.
Hey,
Anyway,
Riverside boys.
this has been
All
the
the pints in
Adam22
Riverside,
Show.
call me. Anybody with a pint.
Anybody with a pint, hit me up. Adam22 Show episode number 1 is over. Shout out to Desto Dubb, Robesman, and Hakeem, the Jamaican Dream.
Hey, we in here.
We ain't gonna call you nostalgia
People
ever.
kill
Ever?
people, not
Ever.
drugs.
Damn.
I might just put my phone on my fucking head. It'll
Nostalgia
spontaneously
sheet.
combust when the shit go rolling off. Also, this is
I
the
gotta
first
be
time I
careful.
think this has ever happened to me is I kind of have to take a shit.
You
First
never
time
took a
he's
shit
ever
before?
taken a shit.
No, but on stream. Like we're streaming and I got a shit.
Oh,
Maybe I can just fart.
It's
Yep,
not.
there it goes.
It's not
It's
regular.
over.
It's not regular.
It's
is
over.
not
Bro,
regular.
bro just shit himself. Adam, go get some wipes. Go get some wipes.
Chris Long, I need your help.
Yo, I'm ballin' like an alpha guy. Yo, ballin' like an alpha. Ballin' like an alpha. Ballin' like an alpha guy. Yo, it's cold.